Welcome, lovely people. Um, Obviously today I'm playing on my Xbox because I only ever do Twitch streams when I'm playing on Xbox. I do need to just turn this volume up on my phone to make sure that the sound that I am, putting into my microphone right now is actually coming through. So I will just do that. So I apologize because you'll hear me twice most likely. It is indeed coming through. Excellent. Okay. Today we will be, well, as voted, we will be running raids. But obviously, at the start, when there's not as many people here, we'll start with less. So only my best friend is currently here. But I did see some people log in, so I will just see if they want to be added. We've got Mrs. Blade, who is Caitlin, who does absolutely amazing base builds. We will invite and see if they would like to join us. And then I do believe Misty Moon is Diego's character, so we will ask if they would like to come as well. And then we can get started. On the bright side, if we don't have a full group of 8, we can still run through the content because we now have the casual mode setting. So we can, just adjust it a little bit and play with what we've got. And I mean, we're going to get through them pretty simply. I think it's not going to be a problem. Misty Moon says hello. So hello, Misty Moon. We've got some people in the chat already. That's lovely. So we've got Soups of Steel, who is my best friend. Superior Spider Junior, which is a great name, Junior. Hello. And the Man Beast. I know how to say it. Hello. I will also say my mum had a little bit of a struggle this morning because apparently her account for Twitch kind of disappeared. So she's trying to fix that up. So I don't know if she'll be here immediately, but you know my mum. She's always here at the end. But yeah, I thought that was really weird what happened with her account. I would have gone and given her a hand, except, I needed to set up everything ready for today. So there you go. We've got a few people in the group already, so I'm going to queue us up. Hello! Your character looks cool. Unknown Speedster, you look cool too. We've got two beautiful blue characters. Oh, sorry. I realize people don't realize that I stand behind them so that we can see their character. I do not have the heart on this character. Is that true? What? No, really? I need to get that. I did not realize that was the case. We have to double check. Wait. Oh my goodness, I do not have it. Okay, that is definitely something I have to do because how dare I not have it? Let's see if Unknown Speedster would like to be added. I'm not sure whose character that is. We're going to add friend first and then we'll add it to the group just in case we have, someone drop out or something like that. We can always invite them back. Oh, did it not work? It does. Oh, it probably did work, but it doesn't say you're online. So we'll go back to nearby. Unknown Speedster. Invite to group. Beautiful. All right, then we can start to queue up and get some raids done. I don't know. I think also Caitlin's dad said he would be here, but I don't see his character popping as online. So if you are indeed here and would like to join, can you just send me a tell so that I know what character I'm going to be joining to the group? That would be awesome. Let's go in. I feel like the one we should probably queue for first is the one that most people are probably going to need, which is the event. So we will start with the first raid and then head over to the second one and see how we go. We'll queue up normally to start with because most likely for these ones, other people are running the content. And if that's the case, people will be able to get through it because other people will join us, hopefully, as we queue. Misty Moon said, I don't like pants before anyone asks. Hey, for superheroes, this is a very normal thing for them to wear. Right? That's not unusual. So that's fair. Junior said, I don't see you guys. Are you maybe in a different phase? I saw someone behind us before, but they've disappeared. If you send me a tell in-game, so you can see my name there is Shattered Shadows, with a Z on the end. If you send me a tell in-game, I can invite your character to the group, and then you should be able to see us on the mini-map as somewhere that you need to go to. So hopefully that would help. It's interesting looking at the chat. So I tried to see if there was something up with the looking for group chat on my last live stream on PlayStation, and I couldn't see anything that has disappeared. So I'm not sure I don't know how many people watched that particular live stream as well, but I'm not sure what the person was speaking about in that chat when they were saying that something was up with the looking for group chat. So no clue what that was. Aquaman Unlimited. Okay, give me a sec if we're going to add you. Aquaman. You can see I've clearly written Aquamarine before, otherwise why would it be predicting it? Unlimited. Okay. Add. Apparently you do not exist. Am I misspelling? Oh, hello, Mrs. Blade. That's Caitlin's character. She looks so cool, right? See, I'm gonna stand behind. Gonna stand behind. She may turn because people don't realize that that's what I'm doing, but I think that the live streaming on here has a little less of a delay than it does when I do it on YouTube. So hopefully people know that that's what I'm doing, so we can look at how cool they are. Because she looks awesome. The tats are great. Oh, it's a beautiful build, Caitlin. I'll try and do it again for Misty Moon so we can see because he does look cool. See what I mean? People don't realize. There we go. All right. Aquaman Unlimited, no space. Let's try that again. I must have put a space in. I have a tendency to do that. Aquaman Unlimited. I can't really think of another reason that you wouldn't be able to see us. There we go. Added to my friends. Invite to group. It didn't say. Oh, there we go. You've joined the group. So you're clearly somewhere. You exist somewhere. Oh, there you are. You're feeding in. There we go. You must have been in a different phase. Or maybe you couldn't join this phase if this phase is full, which would surprise me on the Xbox. Oh, you look great. Oh, you look so cool. Very, very nice. Actually, it looks a little familiar. I think someone did a very similar style when I was playing with Multiverse yesterday. You look awesome. That's a beautiful build. Oh, I feel like everyone's doing such a good job. All right, let's try queuing up again. Because most likely it dropped off. Oh no, it still says queued. Okay, let's check on duty then. Because as far as I know, sometimes it drops off when other people join our group. Oh, I didn't ready up. That's the issue. It unreadies us. There we go. We're all readied up. Beautiful. So hopefully we get in. If we don't, we can always do what I always do, right? We queue up on the casual and do private match. Then we'll be able to get through it. There's not really a guarantee that we're going to have a huge group of people when we're playing on the Xbox because, well, a few reasons. Because there's just less players, generally speaking, on Xbox. And then also less players who are available at the time that I'm going to run the live stream. So we never know. Misty Moon said, where is Junior? Junior is this character here. He's here. Aquaman Unlimited is his character. I think he's cheering. I don't have a cheer in here either, do I? I have weird things in this particular wheel. I have the death metal guitar, and I'm pretty sure I took that out of most of my characters because it's very, very loud. But on this character, I would have taken it off because you can't hear it. I do live streaming with this character, and honestly, I have the sound for most things turned off. The only thing I have turned on is the sound when we actually speak to other NPCs in game, and I'm going to try and shut up when they speak, because if I don't shut up when they speak, we end up with a problem. It cuts into my audio, and then we can't hear either properly. Alright, I'm going to go in, and we're going to private match it, because I feel like otherwise we'll just be waiting for quite some time. So, let's go into custom play. We will find the raid. Which I assume there is still one in, it's like a version of casual, because whenever they, yeah, there it is there. Whenever they give us one of these for the event, it's always a casual version. And now my screen has frozen. Isn't that lovely? Like, really frozen. Oh no! Oh, okay. Oh, I thought I was going to get booted then. Let's private match so that we can all get through. Now you can see there a couple of the well, actually, you can only see one on my screen, but there are more than one. There's a lock on that flashback episode there. That is because we have a villain joined in our group, or maybe more than one, but particularly one villain. So because we're not able to do some of the episodes when we have heroes and villains together in the group, because they would have very, very different missions to do, that means we can't queue for them. Come on, queue up. There we go. Oh my goodness. I think I pressed that like 4 or 5 times to get it to actually queue. There we go. We can go in, hopefully. I will say Xbox has been experiencing quite a bit of lag recently. It happened before this event. It happened when the summer event dropped, actually. The lag started to happen, and it's not just in the menu, it's out in the open world too, which is a little frustrating. DCUO Even Star says, "Hi everyone, watching while we are driving between grocery stores." Awesome. He said, "G'day, Shadow and Shadow's mom." Hello, are you David? I feel like this might be David. But hello and welcome, and I hope you enjoy. Oh, Corporal Grief is here. Oh no! I think we're already going in. I'm not sure, but let's go near. Hang on, nearby. Is Corporal Grief should already be a friend. Hang on. Yeah, it says remove friend. Okay. We can try add to group, but yeah, that's what will happen. I was gonna say, but we'll probably load in before that happens. So after we've come back out, we can see if Corporal Grief would like to join us. That is Kate's dad. Super Dad is what I call him because he is super. He goes around and collects so many pieces of furniture so that Caitlin is able to build amazing bases. She actually has one ready for me as well, but I'm not up to Xbox yet again. So as soon as I get back up to Xbox, I'm still looking forward to it.
Contact the League members inside, so I'm hopeful we can restore order quickly.
The last thing I got from my on-site Oracle bot was Brainiac scrounging for file access. He did the same back at the Hall of Doom. I think he's unhappy he lost.
Okay, so I'm trying to be quiet whenever they speak.
Unhappy by kicking him out before he gets what he came for.
Because otherwise it really does cut into what I'm saying, or vice versa, and we end up with, like, choppy sound. Very, very choppy sound. I couldn't do anything else to fix it other than turn everything down, so I'm really sorry, because it means you can't really hear the attacking and stuff in gameplay, which is quite boring, and I'm so sorry. But this is the only way we can do it to make the sound work properly, at least the way that I've got it set up. I am wondering if maybe it would be more worth it for me to try and set it up to go through OBS on my computer instead, but that's an extra piece of hardware and an extra piece of software. It would likely stream directly to YouTube that way though, which might be a little bit easier for a lot of people, but at the same time, it's extra steps for me, and last time I tried it, it wouldn't pick up my audio at all, so it was even worse than this. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about that. Oh, there we go. DCUO Even Star said, yes, it's David. I thought so. I recognize you. You're always here, even if it's like you're on break or you're in the middle of work or you've got something to do that day. It's so nice of you. Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoy the content that much. At least I was gonna say at least I hope you do, but he confirmed earlier today that he definitely does. Oh, actually, sorry, it would have been yesterday for everybody else. Just still today for me, kind of. It's 2 a.m. So to me, because I haven't actually had like a full night of sleep and woken up for the day, it feels like it's still yesterday. It's only 2 hours out. But I had a really weird sleep. So after Multiverse's live, I wasn't feeling the best. So Multiverse and I always chat after the live stream, but while we were chatting, I wasn't feeling so great. So after that, I ended up having some sleep quite soon after, which is good because I haven't really slept tonight. I tried 4 hours, and then I've slept maybe an hour and a half, I think. I slept, which is not too bad, considering that I slept earlier. But it was really annoying because I feel like I waste so much time. You know, when you're just laying there trying to get to sleep and all that's happening is your brain is rattling through a bunch of things that you really don't need to be thinking about, but you are anyway. That's what was happening there. Oh, there we go. Mrs. Blade is also a villain, you can see. And I'm pretty sure Corporal Grief that I saw earlier was a villain as well. So I really do like that we can cross-faction group now. It's good. I mean, the League is good that we have a League where we're able to do cross-faction, especially on Xbox where it's a lot more dead compared to other consoles. But the fact that we can now group is so much more helpful. Because otherwise I'd be choosing between which character I should play so that particular people can group with us to get it done. And now I don't have to. It's so nice. I do really like it. I've seen some YouTubers who have said that they think it's kind of a pointless change, but all of them play on PlayStation and PC on the US server. So on that particular server, it's pointless in that it doesn't really improve whether or not a lot of people can get their content done because there's already a lot of players. But on Xbox and on the EU server, it really, really is beneficial. It would probably also be beneficial on Switch if there wasn't so much issues on the Switch to do with lag and glitches. I keep talking over the NPCs, don't I? Whoops, I'm sorry!
You are kind to ask about my mental state. Am I okay? Well, do I feel okay?
You don't sound okay, if I'm being honest with you. But But yeah, if there wasn't other issues going on the Switch, I think more people would be going back to play on there, and then potentially the factionless grouping would be helpful. But at this stage, I haven't noticed it make a change. The only things that seem to impact the gameplay on the Switch are when new events drop or new items in the game, people will jump in to get the event done. So there has been people playing through this particular event I've seen, but not during the times that I generally play. So I've logged in and had a look, and there are people who are playing, but when I log in is a different time to most of them. Just like on every console, it's usually a different time to the majority of players, which is fine. That's why I play at a weird time today, because it's comfortable for most other players, not so much for me, but I get over it. The benefit of me working at home means that I can, work around whatever I need to be able to change my schedule so that I can play when it's more convenient for other people. It's really good for collaborating as well. If other people want to collab on something, it's whatever time works for them, and then I can work around them, which works out great. I've really been hanging out for Multiverse to watch the new Superman movie and hopefully Fantastic Four as well, because I just want to talk about it with him. I'm so curious what his opinion will be, because I feel like he's, I don't know if more critical is the right word. I wouldn't say he's more critical. More knowledgeable is probably what I want to say. He's much more knowledgeable on things that are and aren't correct for DC. He knows, oh, sorry.
Talk about finishing a task just under the wire. The real Oracle would have been a lot faster.
I know your weaknesses, and I will exploit them for Brainiac.
That's not nice. I mean, it's nice for Brainiac, but it's not so nice for the rest of us. But yeah, Multiverse knows a lot more than I do about the comics and about other content that's being released for DC, because I just haven't had the time to consume all that content, and so that means I feel like he's going to judge those movies based off of what he knows to be true, and I'm judging them based off of what I know to be true as well, but I know a lot less. So I feel like I might enjoy them a little more than he would. So I'm very curious what he thinks. And he and I, for the majority of the time, we have a tendency to agree with each other, but not always. Why can't I pick you up? Oh, you're a villain. Did I keep you down? Oh no, you picked up. Okay, thank goodness. I thought it didn't work for a second, and I thought maybe it was still set so that I'd be knocking you out like in PvP. Apparently on the first day of factionless grouping, some people had issues where when they tried to pick up their the people who were in their group but were not the same faction, they'd actually knock them down like they do in PvP arena. So I'm very glad to see that's not what I just did, because I would have had to apologize to Caitlin. I definitely did not intend that to be the case. But I'm curious how many people... I know that David has seen Superman and has not seen Fantastic Four as yet, I believe. But I'm curious if there are other people who have seen Superman, because, it's a pretty good movie.
Above you.
Above me? It's so weird not hearing the gameplay. Oh my goodness. Ah, thank you. So, I don't know how long this lag is going to last for Xbox, but it seems like it's been going since the beginning of the summer event and just wants to keep continuing, which is really, really frustrating, I will say. Everything just seems to go much, much slower, which, I mean, that's what lag is, right? It's slowing you down. That's exactly what it does. But, yeah, I find it a little more tricky to play when I can't tell whether something has or has not happened. So I will likely create a video, but I obviously haven't done it yet because I needed to attempt to sleep and fail, apparently. But there was a live stream that the developers did on Twitch as well, and they covered some styles, like they did a competition for people with awesome Superman/Supergirl inspired styles, but they had to be unique, so you couldn't actually make Superman or actually make Supergirl. You had to make something, inspired by them. And people did a fantastic job. I really enjoyed watching that. I did find the scoring a little funny. I saw Junior scoring in the bottom of that chat, and I was like, yeah, I kind of agree with all of Junior's. So well done on your scoring, Junior. I did watch it after, though. Otherwise, I would have agreed with you in the moment. But because I was live with Multiverse, obviously, I couldn't watch it at the same time as playing with Multi. So, yeah, but I do want to cover it so that people can find out all the information from that. But I will say there was like a showcase of the different rewards that you can get if you purchase 10 of the booster bundles, which are coming into the game on Tuesday, they said.
Fill us in on Brainiac's plan. One last file exchange between friends.
Brainiac was robbed of his glorious future. He is investigating any mistakes that may be corrected.
And yet, he's overlooking his most obvious mistake. Messing with Earth.
Yeah.
Connection, robbed of his glorious future?
Is the sound of the NPCs loud enough?
Brainiac destroyed the Earth and bottled up the survivors, but sure. Let's just say, if Brainiac's trying to destroy the Earth again, we're gonna rob him again.
The audio for the NPCs for me is quite quiet, but when I live streamed last time, I had it set to this quiet and it was loud enough for you guys to be able to hear it. So I'm hoping that that's the case this time, but do let me know if I shut up and you literally cannot hear anything the NPCs say, then I'm very, very sorry. That would be so weird. You'd hear me talking and then suddenly go, oh, and then shut up and there's nothing. I mean, you'd know, because you'd see text along the bottom of the screen. Everyone can assume that that's why I've shut up, but you know. Yeah, so, it's interesting because with the boosted bundles, they do have 11 different items that you can get that will be random when you purchase a set of 10 boosted bundles. So I think the idea with that is they're hoping people purchase multiple packs of 10 boosted bundles in order to receive the item that they actually want. And there's like 6 different tattered cloaks, I believe, and then 5 different shaded chroma packs. I found the chroma packs interesting because the developers seemed very, very excited about them and really happy with the way that there's black outline and that there's a shadedness to them. But I don't know. For me, they looked too plasticky. I remember some people while I was streaming with Multiverse at the time were letting us know about them, and they said the same thing, plasticky. Then I believe Red 5 also, it could have been Red 5 or Scott, said that they looked plasticky as well. So I think it was intended to look like that. But the shaded comic material is something that I think people are going to prefer over them anyway. I am curious to maybe get one so that I can showcase it for you guys, but they're not my favorite. Yeah, I'm not really a fan. You guys have seen most of the time the chromas that I use are going to have a lot of color and movement, or they're going to be very dark. I don't use bright and plasticky things, so I likely won't get a lot of use out of those. But the first one was called Fair Play, and it was inspired by Mr. Terrific apparently, and it is white, red, and black. The second one was called Willful, and that was white, green, and black. I don't know who that one was inspired by. They only said the inspiration for the first one. So I'm not sure, but the third one was called Turbo, and it's white, red, and gold, and honestly, the colors of it look like it was inspired by Iron Man, but I don't know that they're allowed to say that necessarily, since that's not a DC character, but, you know, that's what it made me think of, and one of the developers had it specifically on a speedster build that looked like, I nearly said Flashpoint. No, not Flashpoint. It looked like the normal Flash, I think. No, I think it was Professor Zoom. I don't know. I can't remember which one it was. But he had the style on that character and it looked amazing. Actually, hang on. I took a photo. Oh, it's just the normal Flash. They put it on the normal Flash. So I will show you guys that later when I can create a video, which will be later today for me, but could potentially end up tomorrow for most of the people in the US. Depends when the editing process is done. So it's fun trying to keep track of all the different timings we have. Then the fourth one was called Hopeful. I was expecting like something that went along with the Blue Lanterns for that one, but the colors for it were blue, red, and yellow, and it didn't really look like something to do with Blue Lanterns to me because of the red and yellow with it. I was kind of thinking it was going to be blue, black, and white, but it's not. It's very bright and a lot of colors, so I think there is a lot of people who will get a good use out of that one. I'm not going to be not going to lie about that. I won't, but I think people will. But I don't think it's going to be used for Blue Lantern. So I hope people don't see the name of it and think that it's going to be handy for that, because it's really not. The other colors on it are very, very bright.
Superman, I take full responsibility for this security lapse.
Play the blame game later.
Right. Let's pool info. What was Brainiac after?
Oracle?
Yay! Oh, I got a feat apparently.
Hold up all the stuff we have about time travel. I think he's trying to rewrite history somehow.
That self-important toaster.
Oh, I'm gonna stand next to Mrs. Blade because she's wearing something that I wanted to talk about as well.
Right.
The tattered cloaks are the other item that they are giving us. And like, they had one that looked very similar to what Mrs. Blade was just wearing there. And acted, or spoke as though they thought this was new, and I was confused, because the tattered cloak of corruption, which is the black one, is one that I use on quite a few characters, and it seemed like they had this is seeming, okay? I could be mistaken, maybe I misunderstood, I'm not sure. But it seemed like they thought they had recolored that one to these other colors for the purposes of this particular booster bundle. And I was confused because when I saw that, I was like, I'm pretty sure we already had that. It's called the Cloak of Eternities, it's from a capsule, and you can still get it at Booster Gold. So when I saw that one, I was a little bit confused as to why they were talking about it as though it was a new introduction of something into the game that we hadn't seen before, because I've definitely seen it before. Now, I don't know that I have it on this character, but I mean, Mrs. Blade clearly did. I will have a look and see. Just so I can show you guys. But I don't think so on here. No, not on here. And I don't think I have Tattered Cloak of Corruption on this character either. I might have it on another. Oh no, I do have it on this character. So I'll show you guys that. So all of the cloaks that they are giving us look like this. Oh, Corporal Grief, forgot to add you in. Hang on. Corporal Grief, invite to group, there we go. Also, awesome aura, I love the corrupted auras. They look so good. But yeah, thank you so much, Caitlin. These are the cloaks that, well, the black one is not. The black one is the one that they were saying it was kind of based off from what I could hear. And then what Mrs. Blade is wearing is, I think, the one that they showed us, the blue one. Because they were talking about it as though it was new, but honestly, I don't think it is. I think the Cloak of Eternities is exactly what it looked like. But they are doing this in 5 different colors, I believe. No, 6, I apologize. 6 different colors, which are orange, purple, red, white, yellow, and then, of course, the blue one that you can see on Caitlin there. The black one is not being done. It's not part of it, but that's the only one that I have to be able to show you exactly what they're like. The one thing that they really like about it, I think Glitter was the one who recolored them. She really loves the way that they kind of float, which is something I love about it as well. So let's queue up for the next one. Might go over to on duty and do it this way. Scroll down for me. It doesn't want to. Okay, we're going to have some lag. We're going to have some lag issues while we're trying to get this done. All right, raids, casual. Let's head down to the other Brainiac. Oh, too far. So we did command ship. Wait. Which one did we do? Hang on, I'll know based on the event. I forget which ones are which. I'm not good with the names, guys. I keep track of the there we go, Hall of Justice, so we are up to the command ship. I keep track in my head of like which one's which based on the gameplay, and I forget the names of them all. So when I get in there, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this one, but telling you which one it is, yeah, that's not a thing I do, apparently. Alright, so let's private match that and we can all start queuing up. Ready? I don't know how many times it's going to take me to get readied up. We have to just keep pressing. Oh, okay, that was weird. I went out of the menu. Did it ready me up? That's the main question. It did. Okay, we're good. And now it won't let me out of the menu. Oh my goodness, the lag. The lag! Misty said, let's play the song Water by Tyler with summer emote. I'm definitely doing the dancing. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for showing the cape piece. That was really helpful. So when I did see them, I have to say the orange one that they had really, really popped. It looked really, really good. I think it'll look great on Atomic and Fire builds. It was really, really nice, but we all know what I'm going to say. The purple was my favorite. I loved it so much. And that's the main thing I want. So when I do most likely purchase some of these booster packs, I'm going to, but I'm saying booster pack a lot, it's booster bundle, right? But when I do purchase the booster bundle, I do think that, wait, no, did we just do this? I did it twice, didn't I? I'm so sorry. Okay, hang on, I'll disband.
Lost contact with the League members in outside, so I'm hopeful we can restore order quickly.
Is it? Wait, no. Is it?
From my on-site Oracle bot was Brainiac.
Is it this? Hang on. I've lost the
same
plot.
back at the Hall of Doom.
Group.
I
Is
think
this the
he's
same?
happy he lost.
Let's make him a little more unhappy by kicking him out before he gets what he came for.
I'm pretty sure I loaded into the same one, guys. Oh, I'm having a morning. It totally is the same, isn't it? Oh, I'm so sorry. We can do a vote to disband. Hang on. Disband instance. There we go. If people want to end and we'll go to the other one, I'm perfectly fine with that. This is clearly my fault. Who said it? Yes, it is, but it's okay. You're too kind. I even looked it up to make sure I chose the right one. I must have picked the wrong one. Because we just did the Hall of Justice, and we were supposed to do Command Shift, right? I definitely picked the wrong one. Up to you guys. I don't mind either way. Oh, my mum is here. She said g'day. Awesome. Hello, my mum. I let them know that there was, like, issues with your Twitch this morning.
We are the only legion.
There we go. The yellow one and the white one were both, like, I don't know, they didn't have as much color change as the others. So you could see when Caitlyn's was wearing hers, it was very pale blue up the top and then a darker blue down on the bottom of the tendrils, which looked really, really nice. The white one doesn't really have it, and the yellow one does, but it's so faint. You can barely see it. So I will say on the blue, the purple, and the orange, the color fade is very, very obvious from one color to another. It looks really nice. Purple is my favorite only because that's my favorite color. If I had to pick one that I think they did the best, I would say it was the orange. Looks really, really good. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry. I will try not to do that again. It's hard too because I'm looking for loot locks, and obviously they don't loot lock anymore since they changed it, so there's no loot lock to look for. There we go. Not Hall of Justice. Not Hall of Justice. Wait. Brainiac Command. There we go. Ugh. I must have picked the wrong one. Guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, ready up? Oh yeah, lag again. Now, the red one was a weird one, because it's the only one that didn't look the same as the rest. It did kind of go from a light red to a dark red, but it didn't look ethereal. It didn't look as... I don't know what to call that. It didn't have as much shine to it. It didn't look, I don't know, as pretty. It looked more like the bleed stuff does, which is like a red... I guess it looks kind of like some of the loadouts that you'd have for when you're playing Rage, right? That's what it kind of looked like. It wasn't terrible or anything. Did mine knock you up? But yeah, it just looked very, very different from the rest. And it was interesting too because people were going, oh my goodness, I love the red one so much, and hyping it up while in the live stream. But as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be many people's favorite just because it looks so very different from the rest and doesn't glow the same way, doesn't fade into the colors the same way. I think a lot of people who have Rage might utilize it just because it's going to match their loadouts, but it's a little flatter than the rest. It's not terrible or anything, it's just that after having seen the blue one and the orange one, the red one does not look the same. Not at all. I will say the white one has something similar going on, where, like, at the end of the tendrils, the white one doesn't glow anymore. It's fading into a grey color, kind of. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but it's just not quite the same. So I do think that people are going to really like the blue and the orange the most. And potentially the purple would be close after those. My mum said, please let me know if my messages are working now. Yes, they are. At least they're working for me. Oh, are people still inside of the instance? I think some people might be. Because we're not queued. I think maybe Aquaman and Pops are still inside. I'm not sure. Because they're clearly getting attacked by something. We can see their health bars going up and down. Alright, so I don't know how many people saw my live stream where I talked about the Superboy ally and the changes that they've made to the allies and things like that, but I thought I might go over them again just because that live stream wasn't one where people were present with me playing through it. It was during a time when most people were asleep and I just wanted to get through the information. Oh no, my best friend said I'm stuck and trying to die. Sounds so wrong, trying to get his character knocked out. tie. But how did you get stuck? I don't know. But yeah, that particular live stream was one where I just quickly did it because I hadn't felt very well that day. I honestly, for the last couple of days, I haven't been feeling the best, which is not fun. But yeah, I opted earlier that day to try and rest a little bit because I wasn't feeling so great. Which meant that later on in the day when I would normally have edited my video, I went live instead so that I was able to get the information out to you guys. Which, you know, it worked okay, but normally I prefer to do a video so that I can put up pictures and things of the information as I go through. But that's okay. They have made some changes, quite a few changes to the allies. You can see Meta Knight actually addressed it on her channel first. Of course she did, because now she is the only YouTuber in the Creator League, as far as I can tell, at least the only active one. So she gets all the information first, which is nice because then I can find out. But when the Superboy ally was added, they also added a bunch of changes to the allies that we currently have. And they have updated them so that our allies will now come into the game, do their active ability, then stay with you for a little while, and then do their active ability again, and then leave. They've changed the name of active ability to signature ability, I think because of this change. They're calling it a signature ability instead. But the allies that they have already updated, I have a list of. Let's talk to Superman first.
Brainiac isn't going to conquer the Earth in this or any timeline. Ready when you are.
Yeah, I'm ready. Totally ready. I run in like I'm tanking, and there's literally 2 tanks, and I'm not tanking. I'm sorry, guys, I shouldn't run like a tank. It's funny, whenever I play with multiverse, I have a tendency to play like I'm damaged even when I'm tanking. And then when I'm here, I'm like playing like a tank even though I'm damaged. It makes perfect sense. But so far, the allies that have been updated are Batman, Black Adam, Blue Beetle, Calculator Bot, Cyborg, Future Lex Luthor, General Zod, House of Legends bot, John Constantine, John Stewart, Crypto Nubia, Oracle, Professor Zoom, Shazam, Static, Superman, Tikal, The Flash, and Wonder Woman. So I don't know when the other ones will be updated, if it will happen like as they update one, they'll put it in, or if they will do them all as the big bulk change. But at the moment, those ones have already been altered so that they'll come out, do their signature ability, and then hang around for a bit before they do their signature ability again and then leave.
We have some tactics.
Negative. Your only exploitable resource is combat data. I will use it to upgrade this form.
You know, if you're interested in
Your efforts are
self-improvements,
wasted
I could give a few
against my
suggestions.
force shield.
I love the way he tells us so much information about what he's doing. But yeah, I'm interested to see how well they play or how differently they play now that we can summon allies and have them stay for different periods of time. It may affect which allies people choose to have as their slot 1 ally. I was going to say active ally, but I don't know if I should call it that anymore since it's not called an active ability, it's called a signature ability. But anyway, a couple of other changes came along with that. Some that I don't know how people are going to feel about them, and some that seem just to be a bad thing. So with Calculator Bot, Oracle Bot, Crypto, and House of Legends Bot, the leveling for them is still, like, the abilities they have are still the same. If you level them all the way, though, you will be able to have Crypto stay longer. So he does his heat vision, he hangs around and fights, and then he does another heat vision. Which actually you should be able to see because I have Crypto as my main, or rather, as my active ally. So, you should be able to see that as I play the game. But they have also changed it so where we used to have leveling for the allies with Rare, which is the blue, Epic, which is the pink, and then Legendary, which is the orange, now those ranks don't really mean a whole lot.
Exobyte data. My advanced form is ready.
Thanks, Brainiac. Because they have made it so that if you play a rare ally, which are the ones that I just listed, even though they're cheap to purchase because they're still only 20 source marks, they actually require you to level with the 3 different alliance pieces. So you need to have the rare and the epic and the legendary from the very first leveling of those particular allies to be able to level them up. They're still cheaper than other allies because you only have to level them to level 5. Once they hit level 5, they stay in game for 40 seconds. But it's a little frustrating having the ones that are supposed to be the easiest for us to level now not be quite that easy because they cost the same as any of the other allies to level up to level 5. The only benefit is that when they hit level 5, you're done. But I was under the a little bit misinformed. I thought that once you got it to level 5 and they stayed for 40 seconds, that was longer than if you played one of the other allies, so the legendary ones, leveled them to level 5. I didn't realize they stayed in game for 40 seconds at level 5. Multiverse has let me know that they actually do. So that's going to be interesting to see which characters people think are worth it to play now, because it's going to massively change the way that they level and how much they cost. So people may not find them quite as helpful. I'm not really sure because they still have those 4 particular allies at 20 source marks from the vendor. So that's still much cheaper than any of the other allies. But they've eliminated the rare level as well now. So basically we used to have 3 allies who were rare. Epic. I keep calling it rare because I think it's really stupid that the one that's the easiest to get is called rare. I think that makes 0 sense. I apologize. The pink level, so epic. The epic level has been basically eliminated because the 3 allies that we had that were epic originally, which is Cyborg, Flash, and Zoom, they have all had an extra ability added to them and they have become legendary like the others. I don't really like that. I don't think anyone was asking for that. It completely removes the ability to have characters that we only have to level to a lower level and use less currency on. But I mean, we couldn't use less currency on them anyway because they've been altered so that we can't do that. We have to use all of the currency to be able to break through on it. I don't know if I should call it currency. All of the alliance tokens, whatever they're called, on every single one of them. So I do think that this means we are likely to see a change in the allies that people are using, because people will start testing and seeing which ones are the best ones to bring out for their signature ability now, because that may change from having crypto in your main to any other ally in your main, since they're going to be able to stay out for longer than you can with crypto, for example. But it seems like a lot of people are really not happy with the change to Zoom, Flash, and Cyborg. I'm one of those people. I don't think anyone was asking for that. These characters, or rather these allies, were ones that were cheaper at the marketplace. They were also cheaper at the vendor, and now they are more expensive again. And they cost a lot more to level up. It's just a little, frustrating. I don't really see what the purpose of that is, other than to either make us play the game for longer or earn money, which seems to be their motivation for a lot of decisions they make. But that makes me a little bit sad, you know? Because it makes the game less and less fun the more things get monetized and the more things that cause us to have to play for longer and longer. And I don't know how many people are aware, but quite recently also, but a little less recent, they changed it so that the ally drops were a lot less. Ally favor drops were a lot less. So it's even more gameplay in order to be able to level up your allies.
It is a simple matter, using them against you.
Lex won't like revealing this, but he has ways of destabilizing Superman. Break Brainiac's control and he can help you.
Yeah, Misty says, I don't like what they did to the allies. Neither do I. I don't think there are very many people who are happy about this change. Even if we're just not talking about the the alliance tokens change, people were confused as to why they added extra abilities to Cyborg, Flash, and Zoom when no one wanted it, and all that does is increase how much people have to pay to get them leveled. There are some people who aren't willing to put that much money into the game. They invested in these characters, and now, is it going to be worth it for other people? Probably not. Because they cost the same amount as other ones now. There's a lot of people who were using Cyborg for his power. Come on, there we go, okay. And I don't know if they will now or not, because his passive ability, as far as I can tell, hasn't increased in effectiveness in any way. So I don't know if people will still use him or not. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I think there's going to be a little bit of playing around with it, to see how it works. But yeah, I'm I'm kind of disappointed in this change. I mean, the developers do a lot of things that I don't necessarily agree with, but to them, who am I? I'm no one. If they see the results, giving them what they want in game, which I would imagine is just a numbers game, right? If they see an increase in gameplay or an increase in purchases, they can track probably which items we purchase from the marketplace. If people are specifically buying ally favor and the alliance tokens to be able to level their characters more now, it's probably going to be a positive for them, and they'll keep doing things like that, even though the rest of us are sitting here like, please don't. It's just sad to see. And like I am addicted to this game. I love this game. It's my favorite. The movement in here and the custom designing your character, the base designing, it's all really, really fun, and I love it. And I don't want to stop playing. I'm not there yet, if I'm being honest. I'm not there yet. But there are some changes that have come up where I've been really sad about them, and this is one of them. I don't like what they've done to the allies. And apparently I am not the only one. At least we've got until... Actually, I think that... Has the ally tab still got the discount on? I'm not sure, actually. We're supposed to have a discount on ally tab in the marketplace, but I don't remember what date that was until, so just let me have a quick look. Yeah, it's still here. Go back. It's got 2 more days and 13 hours left on it, so not long. But, yeah, it does look like if people are wanting to try and level some allies right now, maybe purchase those items now, which is funny, right? They put the discount on to give us the ability to purchase those items. And it would show them that, yes, we're purchasing them, yes, we're getting our allies leveled and stuff because they've put a discount on it. So, I don't know.
Always stop you.
But you can see in the marketplace, if you check, that Cyborg, Zoom, and Flash are all now the same price as all of the other allies, which is kind of depressing. If I was able to, I've had a very busy week, so I didn't really have a chance to be able to put out a video on that before everything dropped. But had I have been able to, I definitely would have been telling people, guys, level any of your characters that you can as fast as you can, particularly any of the rare or epic characters, because the second this update drops, you're going to be paying more to level them. Also, most of you will be aware, if you start from scratch on here with a character and you play through, eventually you get to the point where you're able to, oh, I've got to break him down, where we're able to start the ally mission. And usually, it had been the case, I messed up with my uplink device there, it had been the case that when we got to the ally mission, we were able to run through it and level our character at least up by 1, our ally character up by 1. But now, if you start from scratch, I mean, unless it's an account where you already have a bunch of ally favor, but if you start playing DC now on a new account and you level a character and get them all the way to that particular mission, you will not be able to level up your ally. You gain absolutely no ally favor in the first missions. So it's kind of sad. People who've just started playing the game won't be able to level up their ally, not just because they've changed over the alliance currency that they require to be able to break through on them, but also because they won't have any ally favor until they start doing other missions. They get none from those initial missions.
Of meta, magic, and tech, and you will witness it in its perfection.
Thanks, Brainiac.
What empty puffery. Where did he scurry away to this time?
Oracle.
Beautiful!
Further than I can track him.
Check this. He left his most recent.
A very nice job, guys.
Check this. He left his most recent database open.
Yay.
Man, he snagged so many extra files.
Islands, mansions, the Arctic. Just what is he after?
More than that. Oh, Thanagar, other powerful allied planets.
Did it again. Wrong button. Alright, let's go all the way down. Sorry, it's very, very laggy. Alright, we've done Brainiac. let's start with Mogo. Now, I'm doing casual because we do have a player here who's got a lower level character, which is perfectly fine with me. No, I don't care if we're doing casual or not casual, to be honest. It's just fun. I like playing with you guys. And we get the rewards, so that's nice. It's not letting me ready up. Oh my goodness, the lag is shocking. It's better once we're out of the menu. Okay, we're ready up. But it's still, there's still stuff that lags in game. I will say most of it I've noticed is in the open worlds. I can't get out of the menu. I'm just, oh, there we go. Yay, I'm out. Oh, and we go back in. All right. When they introduced the allies to us as well, the new ally changes and everything, they also let us know about the cross-faction grouping. They listed that there is no cross-faction grouping in the following faction-specific open-world zones. So they said Strikers Island, Central City, both of them, Flash Museum, and Themyscira. They did not mention that it also affected the load-ins for it. So I'm really, really sorry that if anyone who read that may not have realized, I certainly didn't realize that that includes any of the load-ins that are relevant to those. I'm surprised they didn't just list them as episodes rather than the open worlds, because if the episode specifically has very tailored missions for both the heroes and the villains separated, then surely they should just write the episode. But, you know, I think they have been trying to avoid using the word episode for some reason that I don't really understand. If we go to the episodes list, which is now called story arcs, it has the episodes listed with numbers except for the most recent two, which is just the name. And I think that's a weird choice. I don't really understand that choice at all. So that seems strange to me. Especially because I think, I can't remember who it was, suggested to me that the reason they were doing that was so that they didn't deter players from playing the game. They potentially may not have wanted the game to seem like it went on forever and was unattainable to get everything done. But with the changes with casual mode and the fact that you can access a lot of things much earlier than you used to in different tiers, I don't know that that makes sense. I mean, maybe that's what they are doing, I don't know. It was just speculation at the time, so it may not be what they're doing, but I still find it a really bizarre choice. Why would you just not keep the episode names? I don't know. I found that one a weird one. Misty said it gets laggier each minute that passes by. Right? It's just laggy. It's very annoying when it lags. But I love this game, so I will deal with it. You should try playing. Actually, don't. No, don't try playing on the Switch. If you jump across to the Switch, it's like a shocker. The lag is about the same, at least if you're doing load-ins and things. But there's more issues on the Switch. There's a bunch of glitches that are happening at the moment. I will say some of them have disappeared ever since the summer event ended. But, oh, wow. Some of them have remained. And I have gone across and checked Dakota City. It's the best way to test whether there's been some kind of a change to fix any of the lag or any of the glitches. And if I go to Dakota City and notice that all of that is running exactly the same, then I know that they haven't tried to fix any of those things. At least nothing that I can identify anyway. Because obviously they don't tell me anything, so... I do feel like the developers tend not to tell us very much, just in general. Which, I don't know, it could be a smart move. It's annoying for us, but at the same time, you know, if they tell us that something is coming and something happens and they can't bring it out, there's potential backlash. If they don't tell us something is coming, we're just annoyed about the fact that they don't communicate with us. So, I don't know. I'm not speaking about me personally, because, you know, I'm not the kind of person who gets upset if they tell us something's coming and then they can't get it done. As long as they're honest, I really don't mind. But I know there are a lot of people who do get upset about that sort of thing, and they're probably just trying to, you know, decide which is the better way to go in order to have to deal with any potential upset people. I say that, but they seem to do a lot of things that just upset people, like the allies. Because, you know, I don't think anyone is really happy about that change. There we go.
How amusing.
Yeah. So I will have a look and see about, I don't know what the price is at this stage for the boost bundles, so when that does drop, I will obviously let you guys know, and we'll see how much I can kind of afford to justify. But I will make sure I get some so that I can show you guys what the items do look like that we can get as the extra rewards. But yeah, they're not as tempting as some of the items that we've had for rewards with the booster bundles before. I really liked the demon skin one. That was a good one. I don't know. There's been a few where I really liked the item that we received. These ones, I don't like the randomness. Like, I understand why they do it. I understand why it would be a benefit to them to have 11 different items that would be randomly dropped to us. It makes perfect sense because it increases the likelihood of people buying. But that's not nice for us, you know? It's very nice for them, not so nice for the rest of us. So, I guess we just have to wait and see. I ran this particular mission. I mean, with Multiverse, I tend to run every mission, especially from the early on ones. At some point, we run it, but we ran this one specifically yesterday, and he was talking about how you need to follow the green on the, I don't know what this called, wire thing. You follow this to know where it's going to get up to. Because I kept doing this, right? I'd run over here, and I'd grab the next two, I'd knock them out before we were up to it, and then I'd come back. So that, we have less enemies to deal with when this one finally flips over. We'll have the ones that spawn, but not the ones that just hang around there. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that does tend to help a little bit. They don't respawn those ones particularly. But yeah, if you go like really, really far ahead and start knocking them out, everything ends up respawning. So you can see here we've only got one enemy coming across, and then I think, is it one more or two more? No, one more. That spawned, but the two that are originally there are gone, which is nice. There we go. I have played with a few people who have absolutely no idea how to do this part, it's actually a little bit understandable because this part is very, very different from the rest of this game, right? It's not 100% clear to people, even people who've been playing this game for a while, because this is a weird mechanic. It's not one that we've had in here before. So some people don't realize that they're following this light on the ground, and some people don't realize that we need to split into groups and do them all kind of simultaneously. So it's interesting when I try to explain that to some people who don't know, because I think also some people just don't read the chat too, or maybe they can't. I know that if people are playing on a really big screen and they're kind of far away, they may not be able to read it because it's so small, potentially. There we go. But yeah, this is not my favorite mission to play. I think everyone knows the alert and raid from Mogo and the alert and raid from Kaznia are some of my least favorite because of the weird, I think Multiverse calls it time sync, so anything that's time sync in them, I really find boring. And the fact that we just stand around and wait for this to happen is kind of boring to me. And then in the Kaznia mission, when we have to do the pillars and then follow up with an escort mission like 3 or 4 times, it's very, very slow moving, and I really hate it. It also negates rolls, which I find annoying too. If I'm playing like my tank and I'm doing this, I don't really need to be tanking. It's only when we get to the last boss that our rolls actually become useful. So that's another reason that these kind of annoy me. And then the fact that they're repeats. This is the solo that is the alert that is the raid, we're repeating them. So I know I've said it many times before, so I won't harp too much on it, but I'm kind of hoping whatever episode comes out next is something where it's not going to follow the exact same formula, potentially without so much time sync going on would be nice, because it's just slow and kind of boring. I don't know. I say that, but I don't think it's something that they are planning to change, you know? I did see quite a few people complaining about the raids in the chat on their live stream. It's interesting how many of the messages in that chat disappear. I found that interesting.
Center circuit's complete.
Yay! Oh, I thought we were going to be the last side. I felt like we were moving a little bit slower, but no, apparently this side. I'll come give them a hand. Are you by yourself, Mrs. Blade? Oh my goodness, no! I did not realize someone was on their own. Oh, of course, because we're a group of 6. It should have been 2, 2, and 2, not 3, 3, and 2. I'm so sorry, Caitlin! Oh my goodness. I didn't even think about it. I had a group of 3 over there, and we didn't need 3. Sorry. At least we can help it now. So, I doubt very many people have Superboy unlocked already. I only unlocked him because I was doing it for a video so I could showcase him. But for anyone who isn't aware, when you do finally get your Superboy ally, he's fully leveled up to level 5, which I found surprising. I really thought with what the developers seem to be doing at the moment that would be stuck on level 1. We'd have to level him all the way ourselves, particularly as that's what they had us do with Constantine. We needed to level him all the way ourselves. So, and also the fact that they seem to be doing things that are supposed to increase our gameplay and increase how much we're going to pay into the game. That is something that decreases it. I don't have to play as much to try and get the pieces I need for Superboy because he's already leveled, right?
We need to turn him green again.
An interesting choice. I'm definitely not complaining about it. I'm very, very happy that that's the case. I'm just hoping it's not a glitch. I'm hoping it's not something they fix later, because that would be really, really sad. But it means that when you first get him, you are able to utilize him for his signature ability, so his first one, or for his first passive without having to level anything if you don't want to. And I think you have to unlock him one more time in order to get his second passive unlocked as well. So I found that interesting. I think it's nice if it's intentional that we have him leveled to level 5. I think that's very nice. But I think it's kind of like they've done that as a trade-off for some items that we used to receive as rewards. And frankly, I'd much rather receive the ally favor rather than have them put that ally favor, not even the right amount of it, into another ally that I potentially won't use. So, yeah, on the bright side, I probably will use him, but for other people, it's not going to be as handy. I mean, it's more handy for a tank than anything else, I think. And I do play tank, but there's some people who don't. I will say, it is kind of nice that some people who don't have an ally on a character end up with an ally they can use pretty early on. Which is nice because you can collect that character on every single character. You can collect that ally, I should use the correct term, on every single character that you have on your account. And he's leveled at level 5 for every single character that you collect him on. So that's at least a little bit handy. If you're starting out the game early on and you want to put an ally in, you can pop him in and he will be actually useful. So that's good. His second passive ability is interesting because it apparently summons Crypto. I have not done it myself. I have to play around with it and see. But someone suggested in the chat, was it you, Diego? I can't remember. Someone in the chat, it may have been Diego, said that he's looking forward to attempting having both of the Cryptos come out at once. So you have the Crypto passive ability from Superboy, and then have your Crypto active ability from Crypto. Oh, sorry, signature ability from Crypto, and then have them both come out at once, which does kind of sound like fun to me, but I think Multiverse said something like that it's kind of annoying people more than actually being helpful and fun. So that's a little sad if that's the case, but I still want to try it because I think that would be funny. Oh, I keep going over to the same one as somebody else over and over again. Thanks, Lucio. Yeah, see, it's unclear, I think, because when I read the information on the signature ability for Superboy, it says that the ally duration is 60 seconds on him. I think that the information that was given to us about that, the stuff that we can look up, is when he's fully leveled. So, yeah, I need to have a play around. Obviously, I'm on the Xbox today. That is not where I purchased him. I purchased him on the PlayStation. So, I can't have a look at it right now and play around with it. But I do want to have a look and see, because as I did not realize that the 40-second duration occurred for the legendary allies once they reach level 5. I mean, I am glad that's the case, but at the same time, I think it's going to be very interesting watching how people play around with the allies from now on. It's kind of a big change. It's an expensive change. Expensive for us. Thank you, guys. That was beautiful. We've got to watch our inventory. I think that's kind of what I use to gauge whether or not we should keep going, is whether or not my inventory has gotten insane. Is it insane? It's not insane yet. Not even close to insane. And we could collect a couple of things to de-insane it a bit. Oh, was that for the... Oh no, Automaton Influencer. Not the one I thought. That's fine. Alright, let's queue up for the next one. Oh no, I'm not yawning. Sorry, guys. Oh, now the lag is doing it again. Man, every single time. Oh, why do I always do that? How long have they had this menu changed now? A very long time, and I'm still pressing the wrong tab. Or wrong button for the tab. This one. There we go. It's counterintuitive. Let's do Casnian Necropolis. Beautiful. Now, we can't do the flashback one there. Because it's locked. It's because of the grouping that we have. So because we've got villains and heroes both in the group, that one's locked. And as far as I know, Multiverse checked that the episode ones were also locked. I haven't personally checked. I should probably say that before I say things, because I did say earlier that it's locked for the entire episode, but I haven't personally checked that. Multiverse checked that, so I will check that myself as well. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. It's a little bit sad that they've made these changes. Oh, also, I should say when you do receive Superboy, you get a 100 point feat unlock, which means you get a stat point at the end of that one. So that's at least nice. We get a stat point as well. I don't mind that. Yeah, so the next live stream that I'm going to be doing will be the PlayStation on the US server. It's I think a fortnight from now. I'm pretty sure it's not next weekend. I will check my calendar and then I will put out a post to let everybody know. I forgot to not talk.
Using 4 obelisks to drain souls. I've enchanted each of you so you can purify the obelisk, but you'll need to keep his magients away from them to do so. See those beacons? That's where you need to be. Use this portal. It'll get you to an obelisk.
Thanks, Constantine. Sorry, guys, I forgot not to talk over him. Oh, no.
My undead army, we're happy to have you. Of course, you'll have to die before you can join us.
If I'm going to die to join somebody, it's going to be the Black Lanterns. Okay, I don't really want to be one of these zombie guys. I've got to stop talking over the top of people. She says as she talks over the top of people. I can't help it. I'm a chatter. Apparently, it's one of the reasons people like to watch my content is because I just keep talking. So, but yeah, yeah. Next will be on the US server. So I will probably put up another poll and see what people vote in for what they want to get done. And yeah, it does seem to consistently be either we create heroes or we do a raid. Sorry, or we do raid running, not just a raid. But I do think the boss train hasn't really been one we've got going. And we've got a group of 6. I'm just going to go check some of the other locations as well in case people do need help because we're clearly not in proper pairs. That's pairs there.
And the east obelisk is purified. Magent got the south obelisk.
Check this one here. You're all good. Normally I would not run around checking everybody's obelisks, but yeah, because of the only having a group of 6, I do want to make sure if anyone does need help that they get it. So Dead Winter is definitely one we want to look out for. So that's this big guy here. Don't want to leave anyone doing Dead Winter by themselves. That's very long and annoying. There we go. Okay, I'll head back to South Hill. Or maybe, hang on, he's got more coming. Let him get back to blue. There we go. All right, I'll run across.
Well done, mate.
I'm coming. Sorry, Misty. There we go. Yeah, I might do a quick run back and forth if I see that they're getting a little hit a little hard on any of them that don't have 2 players. I think as I run past, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw Mrs. Blade and Pops both on the same obelisk, which is funny because they both are tanks. Even though Big Pops has swapped over to damage, I'm pretty sure his build is designed more for a tank than for a damage, which is kind of funny. Alright, good. Ah! Ran around in the wrong location. Don't get caught on the trees, guys. Bad idea. Roof is good. It's the east one where help is needed. Head over, see if they've got a big Dead Winter. Yes, they do. Hello, Mrs. Blade. Oh no, okay, so there's no pairs here. That's good to know. I'm helping. I'm totally doing it. Now, do we all have to be in the blue in order for it to sync up to the next section? I don't know. I've never really done this with 6 people before. Do we have another dead winter? No. Okay, so after we've got these ones down, I'll head back across. Alright, let's go to south. It's a lot of running around for this one. It's kind of good though, honestly. It's a little bit more fun running around than it is being stuck in one location.
Got the south obelisk. Well done, mate.
Beautiful. East is taking a hit.
The east obelisk. Need to purify it again.
Yep, coming. I wish we could find out which one was getting dead winter each time. Down you go, dead winter. We don't want you here. I feel like I need to work on getting my character's damage a little bit higher on Xbox. I don't play her as often as I would like. I don't play any of them as often as I would like to anymore, because I just don't have as much time. At the moment, I'm not even playing through Mogo. Normally, because there's an episode released, I would be playing through the Mogo stuff daily, at least with my one main character on each server, but that's not even happening. I log in, I do whatever event is happening, and then I move on, which is a little bit sad. But yeah. I do quite like the open world of Mogo. Beautiful.
That's where you're wrong, old son. We're gonna knock that shield down. Sharpish.
You're all good as well. Oh, I should stay there, shouldn't I? The other two are all in the blue. Okay, I'll hang out here. Who's this? This is Corporal Grief? Yep. Alright, I will head over to Mrs. Blade since she's tanking, so I can help her out damage-wise. I say that. She might have better damage than me, even though she's playing tank. Who knows? But I'll hang out over here and help her.
I'm at the east obelisk. Let's do this.
And knock out some of these... they're not reincarnated. What are they? Reanimated. I think it's interesting. I don't know why it's the case, but they tend to call a lot of these zombies other things besides zombie. I pointed that out to Multiverse too, and for some reason they seem to be doing it a lot. Why don't they just call them a zombie? I don't know. There we go. You've got that one.
I'm at the shield. Time to go to work.
Any enemy up here yet?
Your shield's getting weaker.
Yep, get the enemies down.
Pain is chaos.
Go and check out Corporal Grief's obelisk. Looks like it's going red, so we'll go and do that one.
Keep them ghosts coming. His shield.
Nope, he's good. West. Where's West?
Insolent wretch! I'll drag your dead body to hell personally.
I'm coming. Okay. Gotta try and keep it blue because the what are they called? Reanimated. The reanimated. No, not the reanimated. The ghost. The ghost chick won't spawn unless this is blue. There we go. Next ghost. I'll help over here. And I might head back over, or I can see on south. She's taking a bit of a hit. Come on, little avenging spirit. Why is it called... She doesn't look like she's avenging. She just looks like she's chilling. Man, am I glad that moves faster. When they made the choice to make this move faster, I was very relieved. I was a little surprised that... I know this is a little bit off what I was just saying, but a little surprised that when they introduced the ability to unlock an episode for all of your characters, which is what they did with Mogo after you've completed the initial mission stuff once, that they didn't also input it into here so that we were able to do it for Casimir as well. You're fine. It's East Hill, right? East Hill. This one over here. Keep moving. I should run through the middle. But I lose track of where I am if I try and do that. There we go. We're on 7. I'm guessing, is it North? North Hill, which is the hill that I haven't gone to because there's 2 people on it. I think they might be moving a little faster than us because we've got 7 out of 12 of the escort missions done. I'm assuming they've done an extra. No escort? Or was there and I just missed it? I don't know. Nope, I don't see one. Oh wait, does everyone have to be in the blue? I'll head back to south, hang on. Ah, don't turn around. If I turn around the wrong direction, I will lose track of where I am. Okay, here we go. I'm a-coming! Okay, no, he's good. Head back over here. This is kind of fun. I'm actually having fun because I'm getting to go across to different things and not just staying on the one obelisk. That's actually enjoyable. I'm really sorry if you guys can hear my cat. He is normally sleeping at this time, but every time I do a live stream, because he can hear my voice and he's outside of the room, he's meowing at me as though he thinks it's time for food. It's not time for food, not even close, but he seems to think so because he can hear me. The criteria used to be if the daylight was seeable. Like, as soon as there was daylight, he would tell me it's time for him to have breakfast, and he wouldn't have been wrong. Head back across. Oh. Okay, we're getting there.
Not the East Obelisk. Let's do this.
Let's go, Avenging Spirit. This might be the last one, unless someone else got theirs done a little bit faster, then we might be slightly behind. But either way, you don't have to hang out at the obelisks anymore at the very least. The second one of the Avenging Spirits hits the shield, we're good to go. You see what I mean about this mission? Our rolls are kind of pointless. I find that annoying. Because a lot of people spend time making sure that they've got a really good tank, really good healer, really good control. And then when we play this particular mission, it doesn't matter until we hit Faust. And that's such a brief and quick thing that happens. Like, I don't know. I'm annoyed by them. You guys can tell. Where is Faust? I want to land right on his head. There it is. I'm gonna try, we're gonna try. Okay. Oh, not even close! Right next to him! Oh. Mr. Grumpy said, is he a pretty kitty? He is a pretty kitty. He is a rag doll, so he's like very, very fluffy and very, very lazy.
Mongrels tried and failed.
There are shorts where he is in them on my channel, on YouTube, so if anyone wants to see my cat, he's in those. I don't think my female cat is in those, because she's not the one who's always meowing at me, he is. She's much more chill about things. I'm sorry, buddy! Can you guys hear him? I'm so sorry if you can.
Burns bright.
It's also very cold, so I'm a little surprised he isn't in his like bed and curled up with my other cat. I have 2. The boy cat is named Rufus, that's the one that's meowing, and then the female cat is named Rosie, and they're both so adorable. They have completely different personalities though, which I find really fun. She's much more standoffish for a lot of things, although recently that's been changing, so I suspect that before we purchased her, she was kind of not really treated very nicely, just because she was the runt, and she was also experiencing diarrhea when she was very, very young. So I think they might have thought she was just going to die, which is a really, really sad thought. But I think because of that, she was potentially not treated very well. But after we've had her, we treat her just the same as our other cat. We give her lots of pats and cuddles, and we love her, and she's lovely. But I think it's taken her quite some time to get used to it, which is really weird because we've had her for years, and the small amount of time that she wasn't with us was only when she was a little kitten, and until she could be appropriately weaned off her mum for us to have her. So it's taken years for her to start warming up a little bit more, and it's, I will say, really, really lovely to see. She used to be like the kind of cat who would meow to get a little bit of attention, but the second you pat her, she would slink underneath your hand and kind of disappear from the pat. Or if you tried to pick her up, she'd give you like attitude about, excuse me, I didn't sit here, you picked me up. That's inappropriate. If I want to be picked up, I will climb into your arms. That was the kind of attitude she had. And it's been slowly not being like that anymore, which is really lovely. She's getting much more soppy. But at the same time, because she's a bit more soppy, she does some silly things. Like, the boy cat is very used to, like, standing on different pieces of furniture. What am I doing? On duty. And knowing at what distance he should stand back so that he gets pats on his way past and things like that and gets attention. She sticks her head out over the top of the piece of furniture where people walk, and people have to, like, push her back gently, not shove or anything, but like, Rosie, move over here so that she doesn't end up getting hit by people who are just walking past. It's kind of funny, but also kind of cute. You know, she just wants some pats and attention. She's lovely. I love my cats, you can tell. I know. Just gushing a little too much about it. Let's do Apocalypse. This, again, not my favorite, but at least it's better than what we just played, because we don't have any of the weird time-sinking stuff going on. But Harley in this really makes me sad. It's not nice. I miss the old Harley. It was really nice on Multiverses Live to talk to Johnny Blaze, who comes on sometimes, because he agrees with me! He does not like what has happened with Harley, and neither do I, and we both like the older Harley. She was entertaining, you know? She was fun. Fascinating, interesting, and now she's just a little bit dumb, which is sad. I don't like that. Look at his character, he looks so good. Oh, this is good. We're gonna get like a nice collection of rewards going. My inventory is gonna look like hell by the end, though. It always does when we do this. There's sometimes, like, I have learned on Multiverses channel before we go live, empty my inventory ready. So it's something that I've picked up, and obviously I do it on here too, otherwise I wouldn't have had so much space. But we've got a bit of space to go, right? We've got some gaps here. We can totally fill it.
We must foil Granny's plans and retrieve the splinter.
I'm quite glad, actually, that people chose to do raids today, because I know I haven't been feeling well. I know that doing raids is usually a shorter stream than it is when we go and do, like, character creation from 0 to 30. So I'm a little glad about that, because if I start to not feel great, at least we know I'm not stopping halfway through creating a character and leveling them. That would suck. But I feel pretty good. Like, I feel alright now, so it probably will be fine. But yeah, I was a little relieved. Also, it's nice to get some rewards going. I don't get to play this sort of stuff on Xbox very much at the moment. So yeah, getting some rewards is nice. And I do think I've ended up getting some styles that I didn't have, which is also nice. That's one of the things I like when I'm on Multi's channel and we play villains, is my villain has barely any styles, so I get a whole bunch every time we play. My hero has basically all of them, but yeah, my villain not so much. Oh, except some really rare ones. And some that I don't care about as well. There's some that are rare drops that I will never use, so if I get those, yay, but if I don't really care. Mind you, the only really, really rare piece I wanted was that Death's Vest, I think it's called? The chest piece with the open heart, which looks so good. I didn't even know it was a piece in the game. I was so excited about it, I was ready to run that raid over and over again to be able to get that piece. And then Tiny Lilith just gives it to me. That was so nice, oh my goodness. Tiny Lilith spoils me. But it does look great. You know, if you're going to have I know that it's not a typical Black Lantern to have the open chest, but I really love it on my Black Lantern. It's so cool. I have plans to... Oh no! Someone down... Oh, he's got it. Never mind. To create a male character on the US server, because I have a male character on here. I have Spock, and then I also have a male character on the EU server, which is my dragon guy character, who I love. But in order to showcase styles, I think I kind of need to have a male character on the US server as well. Potentially also on Switch, if I ever do anything on Switch where there's styles involved, I may need a male character on there too. But that's, you know, a later problem. We need to focus on EU for now. And also, I need to, I think, have an athletic build, because currently I've got Officer Dragon, who is the big build, large and tall, and then Spock, who is, I think, still medium height, but he is slight build, so small. So, I need to have an athletic build, I think, especially because the styles tend to be modeled on characters who are the athletic build more so than the other builds. So I'd really like to have that. And I've had a whole bunch of suggestions for which characters I could create. And I'm going to be honest, the speedsters were the most appealing to me because I already play speed and I love it. And I don't have a speedster character yet, so a male speedster would be fun. Whether that's a hero or a villain, I don't know. But Multiverse suggested that maybe I should try to make my vampire character. So, I should explain that. I was planning to create a vampire character specifically because of the iconic ability, the Bat Swarm. I thought, oh, that would look so cool if I ended up with the Bat Aura and then I have that as ability for him. I would use probably Bleed so that I could. Oh, sorry, Bleed is the ability, not the Rage is what I mean. The Rage power set, and then have like that. The abilities that look like blood for him, it would be so cool. I was planning to do that as a female character, so I'm saying him now, but I was planning that to be a female character and that I would create it after I got the iconic ability, not realizing at the time that the iconic ability is one per character rather than something that you unlock for all your characters. So that got me a little bit down about it. I was like, I don't care enough about this ability now, knowing that it's only for one character to try and get it. I still don't really care. I haven't been putting a lot of effort into trying to get it at all. I think currently the ability, I think the cheapest I saw it yesterday was about 350 million on the US server, which is where I'm collecting those. And the Arc M collection, the rare one that I would need if I wanted to just complete the collection myself, was 289 million. Neither of those prices would I want to pay, even if I had the money, which I don't. But even if I did, I don't think I care that much about it just because it's only one per character.
Still, it's not too late to come back to us, Anne.
I'm gonna stop you there, Granny Clueless. The answer's no.
Also, the iconic ability is not as strong as some of the other things that I could utilize, and so that makes it less appealing as well. It doesn't look like one I'm going to be using for its strength. It would be only for the way that it looks, and I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. So, Multiverse was trying to talk me into potentially creating my vampire anyway and trying to purchase the iconic ability for him. I don't know that I really want to, but I mean, he did kind of talk about how I could create a male vampire character. That was kind of appealing to me. That sounds like fun. So, I don't know. Maybe he'll convince me, who knows. But at the moment, with the price of that iconic ability, I don't think I'll be doing it. But, I mean, because you can purchase the iconic ability separate from just getting the collection, which is what I only need one more collection for my main character. If it dropped down to a really cheap amount, maybe I'd do it. But I really doubt it's ever going to be like 2 or 3 million, which is probably all I'm willing to pay for it. So if it happens by chance when I open capsules, great. If it doesn't happen at all, I'm not really fussed. But creating a vampire character is still something on the table, even if I don't have the iconic ability. I mean, I have the Bat Swarm aura on that particular server, so that would look cool with it. And I could still use Rage and get the yucky, gross, bloody mess stuff going on. Try and get some good allies that would suit him. I don't know. It was tempting. He did talk me into it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But I must admit, I do like the idea of creating speedsters as well. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But when the time comes, which indeed might be in a fortnight when I do play on the US server, because it'll be probably one of my suggestions on the poll for what people want to do, is if they want me to create a villain or hero, potentially male character. But we'll see how we go. I've only created, actually I can't remember, did I create Spock on camera? I think I did. Yeah, I must have. But yeah, I've only created 2 male characters at all. And I do think both of them were on camera. Spock I was creating just because I got into a real Star Trek bug. I created Spock and I created 7 of 9, who to this day is still my absolute favorite build that I've done. I love the pieces that I utilized to make it actually look like 7 of 9. I'm so happy with her. I kind of want to recreate her as well on the PlayStation because I only have her on Xbox. And I think it would be fun. And she looks so good. Oh, she looks so good. I even have her with a Borg style. So, you know, as in Borg Queen, not just her normal Borg style. So it's fun. But yeah, when I was creating my dragon character, I was specifically creating a character where I was choosing my least favorite of everything, which sounds bad because that means men are my least favorite. Never mind. That's not what I mean. The things that I utilize the least, which which is why he ended up being like very, very tall and the larger build. I used those the least. And being a male, because I never used that at the time. I think I'd only made Spock, so but even if I hadn't, it would have been nothing that I had made before would have been male. And then I was choosing like armor pieces and things that I wouldn't normally choose and style him in colors I wouldn't normally choose. He ended up with the reptilian skin, which is my least favorite skin in the game, or at least it was until I made Mystique. Now I kind of love it because it makes Mystique look really cool. I have a few different armories for Mystique now that I've made her, and the reptilian skin is one of my favorites on her, so it's growing on me. And I also chose my least favorite power set on him, which was Atomic, and that is still my least favorite power set. But he has been changed to Ice, just because on that server I particularly already have an Atomic character. So that made me think, you know what, I should swap him to something else because otherwise I'll use her for Atomic and I won't use him. So Ice is one that I did not have on that server, so that's why I changed him across to it, and it was convenient. It kind of suits him because now he's an Ice Dragon. And Ice is a good one for me to use because I do like tanking. And Ice is an interesting one to tank because it's very shield dependent. It's interesting to play with, and the last time that I played Ice as a tank was on Switch, which is, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. I've been playing for 5 years, but yeah, Switch has kind of faded into the background a little bit over the past 2, just because there's not enough players on there. It's still nice to be on the Switch, though. My favorite character is on there still, and I do get to see everyone's styles on there, which is nice. And I get to base tour on there, which is really nice. Misty said you should do Lucy, Drax's girlfriend. I mean, I could. See, I've got too many. I need to add to the list if I forget. Oh, hang on, I have to write it down.
Surrender, and perhaps my father will spare you. This foolishness has gone on long enough.
Oops, now it doesn't like the word Drac. There we go.
Father, what are you doing here? I have these vermin right where... Silence! The Lord of Apocalypse has no time for your mindless boasts, Calabac. I will dispose of this rabble myself. No, Father! I can still...
So, if I did do a female vampire, there's a few different vampires I could choose from. But I will say Lucy is one that I could potentially do. I did not have her written down, though. I should write it. I just wrote her down, so I've got that as a suggestion. But originally, I was going to create a female vampire for, like, the Halloween seasonal, potentially, sometime around then. And I was going to create a male, probably speedster, but maybe not. I was going to pick, like, of the suggestions that I've had, the top 4, like the ones that I know that I could definitely create or that I would enjoy, and then have you guys choose for me which one it should be, because honestly, I have fun with you guys picking, because then I don't know what's coming. It's a little bit enjoyable. I like it. And some of the polls have been really surprising. There was a neck and neck one with character creation and raids that I was surprised that those 2 were so neck and neck. But yeah, it's interesting because then I get to know what everybody wants to do. I love it. So yeah, that is a really good suggestion, Misty. Yeah. So now I'm not sure whether I should create a male vampire or male speedster, or I mean I could just put that in the poll, see if people would rather me do my vampire as a male than a female. I don't know. I think the idea, like, that conversation started because there was someone who was playing on the PlayStation yesterday while Multi and I were on, who created a clearly vampire character. I think he was Prince of Darkness, and he looked really, really good, but he looked very much like Lestat. And so Multiverse and I ended up talking about vampires a little bit after that. Yay!
Harley, the splinter.
Oh, there we go. Misty says it should be a female vamp. See? I need to know what people think. I originally was gonna do a female vampire.
Bye-bye now. Well, I'm gonna feel that one for the next few months. Or years.
I thought also potentially when I did do my female vampire, I could choose a few different female vampires that I know and do armories. So it's something that I did when I created Jessica Cruz, my Green Lantern. I called her that Green Lantern because on one armory she's Jessica Cruz, on one she's Joe, on one she's Aricia, and then on the last one it's just my design of a random Green Lantern. So I was thinking I could potentially do that with my vampire as well when I did build her, that I could get some different vampires that I know and create them all in different armories. Of course, you wouldn't see that during the live stream of a character creation though, because we would create one armory only or one style only, because we don't end up going over to the base and doing everything like that in the live stream, especially if we're doing from creation to 30. It's a long stream, those ones. So, you know, oh yeah, we definitely need to dance. There we go. Thank you for the music, Corporal Grief. Let's queue up for the next one. But if I go off of what I personally would prefer, I would personally prefer to make a female vampire, but I think that's just because I really like vampires, and that's originally what I was thinking I'd like to do. And the suggestions that I've had for my male character have been really appealing, and I kind of want to do them. So we're up to Kirst. Let's go with Kirst. Private match on that one. Beautiful. David said, finished grocery shopping, heading home, no problem. Have a safe drive home. I was going to say that was a really quick shot, but I actually don't think it was, because time just flies when we're gaming. It was probably just an average time shot. I need to do a grocery shop soon too. We're almost at the start of the next week, so I need to buy some stuff. I have recently started, I don't know why this happened, right? I used to run a bakery for a supermarket, not a freestanding, so come on, queue up, ready up. Oh, it's so laggy, guys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I used to run a bakery, and we had these rustic rolls and some Turkish rolls as well, but the rustic rolls were my favorite. Just because we as a group in the bakery were permitted to be able to have our own meal. And so we'd cook up rustic rolls as a group, butter them. The deli was also allowed to do the same. And so we'd exchange. So they'd get some rustic rolls from us. We'd get some cheese and ham from them. And then we'd, you know, butter up our rolls, put some cheese and ham, and eat that for breakfast together. Sometimes the deli would come across and eat it with us. Sometimes our store manager would join us as well. It was really nice. It was just a nice thing to do in the morning, have breakfast together. And just recently, those rustic rolls were on special.
Ritual to destroy all of magic.
Remember, destroying all magic affects you as well, Circe.
Of course, that's why I've aligned with Earth's mightiest legends, even against my own patron.
Okay, thanks, Cersei. So, why is my UI gone? There we go.
Fool.
Oh, Pop says he'll be back in a few minutes. No worries. So, yeah, they had them on a massive discount. I think it was like $1 something for 4 rolls, which is very, very cheap here. So I bought them and I got like all nostalgia-y, and now I love them. So I want to buy some more. I've just run out and I need them. So I need them with butter and cheese and ham. And I'm not really a big cheese eater. I don't dislike cheese. I really, really like cheese. But I have a tendency to make things without it, generally speaking. So the fact that I'm purchasing cheese in order to be able to make these rolls, it surprised my mum too, because she's not used to seeing me do that either. But man, are they nice. They're so, so nice. I just want rustic rolls. So I feel like I'm going to need to do a grocery shop and grab some. David said, did you see either Multi or Meta Knight's video on the new booster bundle? I have not seen either, but I did watch the live stream from the developers who let us know about the booster bundle. I did take some pictures so that I could present it to you guys as well. But Meta Knight, I would assume, has some better pictures because she is with the Creator League, so they would presumably have given her extra information. I'm so sorry, I'm talking over Cersei again.
My champion, you will return your magic as well.
Oh, her voice is creepy.
No, it's not fair. That power was mine.
You must defeat us both.
There we go. Yeah, so I saw the live stream from the developers. The live stream was mostly just to do their competition with the styles, which I really enjoyed. But at the start of it, they went through the booster bundle rewards and showcased them on their characters in game, which was really, really cool. So I am aware of what's coming in the booster bundle, at least from them. It is something I plan to also cover. I just have not done so yet because when the live stream dropped from the developers, it was during a live where I was with Multi. Then I had enough time to like eat and watch their live stream and then sleep. So so that I'd be ready for now because this is like early morning for me. So I needed to try and sleep to be able to be awake. And I did get some sleep earlier, which was nice. But the sleep that I tried to get just before this live stream was very, very short. It's a good thing I slept earlier. But yeah, I am. I have mixed feelings on that booster bundle set. I did say earlier, but I do like the tattered cloaks, but I'm not a huge fan of the chromas. They look so plastic, you guys. But I mean, the last one, what was it? Oh, the last one. Actually, did I even say the last one? I don't think I did. So I'll go through them again. There's Fair Play, which is white, red, and black. Then there is Willful, which is white, green, and black. Then there is Turbo, which is white, red, and gold. Hopeful, which is the weird one for me. It's blue, red, and yellow. And then the last one is Mastermind, which is purple, green, and gold. That one is my favorite. They're talking, aren't they? Whoops.
I know just how to interrupt Hecate's ritual.
I can't choose my loot, it's frozen. Okay, we'll just leave the loot. Whatever randomly drops. But the Mastermind one is my favorite. I know everyone's going to be like, of course it is, that's purple. It's not the only reason. It was also just a better color combination than some of the others. If I had to pick a second one, I think I liked the Willful, the green. Green, black, and white next. But yeah, the purple and the green and the gold did look kind of good together. It was a little bit Lexi, which I kind of liked. But they all have a plasticiness to them that I don't really like, which is a little sad because they do have like a shadedness to them. It's something that they seemed very proud of was, oh good, we can do this now, was that they have this black outline that kind of fades into the color and makes it look, I think they think it looks similar to the shaded comic material. It doesn't for me because the plasticiness is so obvious that it doesn't really look the same as that shaded comic material to me. So I don't know why they think so. There must be something that I'm not seeing, or maybe because it was like on a little tiny screen on my phone, I wasn't able to see what they meant. But for me, they didn't really look anything like the shaded comic material. And the black outline, it was nice. The black outline was nice, but the plasticiness of the colored parts was not nice in my opinion. It's not something I would utilize. Saying that, though, I see a lot of people who do utilize really high sheen and glossy looking materials and chromas that look amazing on their characters. So I think it's just a stylistic choice for what suits you, because some people do a great job with things I would never use. And I'm like, I think it's great, and I just can't do it. Anytime I try to do something that's outside of something I'm naturally comfortable with for styling, you can tell.
Magic is too powerful for mortals. Its destruction is my responsibility and burden.
Magic is a powerful tool, but its power belongs to the people. We will rein you in, goddess.
My beautiful, willful children, you will try. Mortals of Earth, burn.
Her voice is so irritating. It's like the opposite of grating. It's like it's too soft. Especially for what she's saying. Oh, my mum said I like the soft rolls better than the rustic. I know! My mum has a very good reason for liking a soft roll, and I completely understand. I actually make it even worse. Like, the rustic rolls are already quite a hard bread, and I tend to like soft bread most of the time. But these ones, for some reason, I like them hard, and then I like to toast them and make them even crustier. So, I don't know. The flavor of them is so good with butter, though. Like, they're so, so nice. I really love them. And it's been so long since I've had them too. It used to be if I saw any of those rolls on special at the shop, I would buy the Turkish because I love those also. But the rustic ones are nostalgic because that's what we used to have for breakfast when I worked at the bakery. So it's just a little bit nice. I am curious to see with the booster bundle. I mean, if you have seen, David, the video from Meta Knight, she may have more information than what I have. And as far as I know, Multi has the same information as me, which is from the live stream, but he may have got some information from elsewhere as well, so he might know more than I do at this moment. But if did they say anything about the rarity level of the different items that you can receive as the extra piece in purchasing a 10 pack of the booster bundle? Because I'm curious if they're going to like make one of those particular chromas more rare than all of the others, and one of the tattered cloaks more rare as well. Like if they made that orange tattered cloak more rare to drop, I wouldn't be surprised. But I would be very, very annoyed if it is something they choose to do, because we're already stuck with the fact that there's 11 different items that are going to randomly drop as the reward. 11 is a lot, you know? That's a huge, huge amount of chance there. So if they make some rare and some not, that's going to be even more frustrating. I'm not too concerned for me particularly, because if they do that, I don't think the purple ones are the ones that they would make the rarest. I don't think they're going to be everyone's favorite, so I'm pretty safe. I'll end up with what I want anyway, potentially. But yeah, I'm curious if there was a rarity level put on any of those, because that does seem to be something they like to do. I'm a little sad as well to see that choose loot that these chromas are being used as a reward at the same time as the tattered cloak, because I feel they're very, very different items. And some people are probably going to want to purchase at least 2 of those booster bundles, whatever they're called, so that they can get a tattered cloak that they want and then get a chroma that they want also. But there's no guarantee you're going to get that. With 11 different items, who knows what you guys will get as the drop, you know? We're all going to get something random, so we'll have to see what happens with the broker. I'm curious to see how popular the chroma is. I should stop talking.
And it would seem the goddess of magic is slipping. Just the right time for a shove.
Let's do it. This is the part where we turn into Beastie Morph. Yeah, I'm curious to see how well these go in the broker, because even though I personally am not a big fan of those chromas, there may be people that are, because the plasticiness is a problem that not all of us have, right? That's definitely a me problem. So there's potential there that people are going to really like them. I'm curious to see what the price will be on the broker. Oh, I don't need to be a Beastie Morph anymore. Whoops. My bad. But yeah, and the tattered, I do think the tattered cloak things will probably go quite well on the broker. I am just curious. Oh no, there is one there. I couldn't see it before. Did I miss it? I don't know. Normally at the end of these we transform back. Are you grabbing? Yep. So yeah, that was weird. Was it invisible or did I miss it? I probably just missed it. There's been occasions recently where my character has been invisible. It's happened while I've been with Multi, he can't see my character, and it's happened while I've played with my friend, because he can't see my character either, so I don't know. I'm wondering if that's something to do with the change that they put into the game recently, where they have it so we can walk through our henchmen and our pets instead of have them block us, which I do think that is a good change, that we're not getting blocked by those sort of things anymore. But at the same time, if it's causing some negative effects elsewhere, that's not fun. And I do suspect that the characters turning invisible might be something related to that, just because they both happened at the same time. Ha 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 ha! Take that. Now, I can see there's clearly one over here, so I'll get that one. Or I won't, you'll get that one. Thank you. There's no more cloud things, right? We're looking around. No more cloud. Okay, good. And I've transformed back to myself. Okay. So it was probably just me.
Oh no, you do not.
I got a cold.
I think I'm gonna need a drink of water. Oh, one sec, guys. I'm just gonna have a sip of water.
I have no fear.
Reclaim
Oh, that's better.
take shape and defend your mistress.
Actually, I don't know when the last time I had a drink was. You know how sometimes when you're actually really, really hungry or really, really thirsty, things taste better? Water just tasted amazing right then. So I don't think I've had a drink of water in a while. Actually, I don't think I drank water all yesterday. Oh my goodness, what am I doing with myself? No wonder I haven't been feeling... No, that's not why. It's probably not a symptom so much as it is a consequence. I haven't been feeling great, so I forget to do the things I'm supposed to do to look after myself, like drink water. Oh, don't do that, guys. Don't be like me. but yeah, that sip of water tasted great. I think it's interesting how many people say that water tastes like nothing. Because even when it doesn't taste great, like right now, it definitely has a flavor to me. Is that just me? I don't know. Oh, bad me. That was not good. I got straight up knocked out. I'm not even sure what hit me.
Enough, my children. Despite a growing
Can I flee?
danger,
No, I can't flee.
consent to
Okay, fine.
logic as it
Oh, apparently I'm fine. Look at me just standing there with Mrs. Blade.
Embrace your love. Guide us through this danger.
Or destroy the danger outright.
I cannot. It is a power beyond my reach, a power of dreams, a power that will change the world. All I can do is wish my children luck.
I hope we have not made a grave mistake.
No, we don't make mistakes.
Today I was a power beyond her reach, and I will be again.
Yay! Oh, there we go. I'm just looking at the pictures from the live stream and trying to work out why I have the favorite chroma, and I think I worked it out. As I'm looking at them all, I said that they were high sheen, which they are. They're all very plasticky and have that high reflectiveness to them. But all of the colors are really, really bright, except for the combination that I like, which is the green, purple, and gold. It's quite dark. So that's probably why I'm looking at it like, oh, that's nice and dark. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So most of them have either very bright colors or they have a white swatch, which is bright. This doesn't have a white swatch. The only one that looks kind of bright is the gold, but honestly, it's not as bright as some of the other colors on the others. Like the blue is really, really bright. That probably explains it. So if you want a darker looking chroma from them, try to get the purple one, which is called Mastermind. Let's queue up for the next raid. Oh, let's leave the raid first, apparently. Yeah, leave. Thank you. Oh, I wonder if I don't have... I probably do. So one of the reasons I didn't show people the allies needing to be leveled the way that I was explaining earlier is because I usually have them all done. Yeah, I do. All of these are already leveled. So you can't see that you actually need to pay with all of the different allegiance tokens, but you definitely do. Sorry, alliance tokens. So, yeah, I need to showcase that on a different character at some point. Let's queue up for the next one. Scroll. It's laggy. It's very, very laggy. Raids. Casual. Where are we? Here we go. Oh, no! I didn't go far enough. Terrarium, we want to do private match. Thank you. Yay! Ready up. I think it's interesting how long the ready up takes. It's like the most laggy part. Come on. You know you want to. Come on, DC, we can be friends. There we go. I do really like that artwork with Evan in the background. He looks so creepy. It helps that he's purple, right? Come on, out of the menu. You can do it. I believe in you. No, I don't. Come on. It's really laggy. Oh my goodness. This game has an attitude today. I wonder if it's something they're trying to fix. I noticed a lot of people when they're in the chat on the Twitch stream that DC had, were talking about how they want lag to be fixed and how they want, anything that's a problem with the game to be fixed and things like that. Which is, I think, an understandable thing to want. I do think maybe doing it in the middle of them trying to showcase people's styles is maybe not the best idea, because I don't think they're going to pay attention to it. They're busy doing something else. But I did think it was interesting how many comments did disappear. I think maybe they have a moderator who just removes a whole bunch of comments if it's not even relevant, I guess. Corporal Grief looks so good, right? It's so creepy. Oh, I love it. Everyone's styles are so good. The Aquaman is really good too. Alright, let's see if we're all queued. Are we waiting on anybody? We've got Blade and Corporal still coming. They may both be busy with something at the same time, because as far as I know, they're in the same house. Maybe. Probably. What if I have... I think I have the card trick. Ooh, Madame Velocity looks cool. Nice build. Oh, you look great. You're so glowy. Hi. Probably has no idea why a bunch of people are just hanging out here. I like hanging out here because we get a pretty bit of nature while we're still at the House of Legends, you know? It's also nice and fast to get to because we can just use the teleporter. Thanks for stopping by, Madam Velocity. Alright, we'll check you up. And we're in! Okay, beautiful. Didn't even have to check. Right, Misty said, Junior, you look amazing, especially the boots. He does, he looks amazing. It's such a good build. I think you both have Manta boots on, right? Is that why you said that? Manta is one of my... It's one of the early on boots that I was using quite a bit. The boots and the gloves. I was using the enhanced version because I really like the glow on them. And the little fin on the back and on the side of your wrist is cool.
Terrarium?
Yes, the Manta.
Really strange word.
They look great! Haha, Misty said same boots, lol. I saw that! Good choice, guys! You can definitely see what I mean about other people utilizing bright colors and having it look amazing, right? Look at their characters. They look so good. There's no way I could do it. I might be able to do the Aquaman because I would be following the style from what I've seen of him in the comics, but I would never have come up with the Misty Moon style. That is so outside of anything I would have thought of, which I love seeing, right? Everyone's so creative. I've got to say the Mrs. Blade style I really, really enjoyed. When I first saw that in the Armory, because it's the first time I saw her style was in the Armory when I did her base tour, which was amazing, by the way. I still love that base tour. It's one of my favorites because you gave me an entire character to be. It was so good, Caitlin. But the style that I saw in the Armory and now seeing it also in person, it's just so good. It is one that I potentially might have come up with myself, not gonna lie. I really do like it. It's also something I would do. It's very nice. Corporal Grief I wouldn't do. It's very different from what I would do. His hair looks so dirty.
Those things look a lot like us.
Yep, but a better color. Misty said it's a style from 2011. I only updated shoulders and boots. Oh, that's fair enough. It looks great though. Amazing job.
What in the...
Oh, come on. Activate. There we go. You guys can probably hear my controller continuously clacking. Actually, I just realized the cat stopped meowing for quite some time now. He must have gone back to bed. Got nice and warm. That's wise. It is so cold here at the moment. I'm in so many layers all of the time. I have these hoodies. I've got multiple of them and they're cute because they've got like little sleeping sloths floating on clouds. Okay, it's not weird. It's normal. But they go down past my knees. They're really, really thick and baggy and they have fleece on the inside and they are so warm. I've been wearing them just 24/7 at the moment because of how cold it is here. If I go out somewhere, I should specify it's not 24/7 exactly. Because if I do go out somewhere, I'll obviously dress normal and not look like I'm wearing a giant hoodie sack. But the rest of the time when I'm home, I'm wearing them all the time because it's just cold, guys. It's so cold. I'm also wearing 3 layers of socks most of the time too. A lot of people think that I'm lying about that because what is advertised, I shouldn't say we, I don't personally advertise Australia to the rest of the world, but what is advertised to the rest of the world about Australia is typically beaches and heat and sun, right? Which we do have, that is also true, but it's just not the only true thing. And in winter it does get cold. There have been people who've come to Australia who have said they don't expect it to get as cold as it does because they look at the temperature and they see that we don't get snow and they assume that they're going to be fine and it's not going to be as bad as wherever they're from. But there's a bite here. So a lot of the times the way that we explain our temperature or what the weather is like is they'll say it's 6 degrees but it feels like -5, like things like that, which is Celsius, just in case people are wondering, because for some reason there's like a massive chill to the wind or there's a bite to the air. I can't really explain it, but it feels a lot colder than what the temperature says it is, and a lot of people have been really surprised when they come to Australia and it's way colder than they thought it would be. That being said, I would like to see snow one day. because here we have one location that has snow, which is Mount Buller, but it also isn't real. It's artificially generated snow so that we can have a snow area. I personally would like to see real snow one day somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to go or how I'm going to do that, but I would like to do that sometime. And you most likely, if I'm still doing YouTube, I will be showing everybody because it will be fun, hopefully.
Stop playing, Desaad. Nothing more nightmares than those snake bangs you're rocking.
Yeah, that forehead looking real sweaty, Desaad.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know where I'm going to be able to go to see actual real snow, but I'm hoping one day I get to do it. And I know there's a lot of downside to snow, because there's been a lot of people who are like, be glad you don't have snow, which I understand. I'm glad that I don't have to deal with my car rusting. I'm glad that I don't have to salt the roads. I'm glad I don't have to put chains on my tires. Glad of all those things for sure. But, you know, going and experiencing the snow and then leaving is way, way better than having to deal with those things, which is what I would be doing. So I kind of am looking forward to one day being able to see the snow. Totally gonna happen. This totally looks like the Toy Story thing, right? I don't know if that's where it's from. It's probably not. They probably did it first. Who knows? But it just looks like a Toy Story character. It's very creepy. Shield, 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 shield. Thank you. I don't know if the shield helps, but I assume that it does. Oh, look at the hands coming out of the purple. It's so creepy. How dare they creepify purple like that? I actually kind of like the creepy aesthetic, don't I? I mean, look at my character. I only put the tattered cloak on just recently, but still, she's a little creepy and very, very dark, which I think everyone is used to seeing me do now. It was funny, most of the time people see my characters in very, very dark attire, usually the Laughing Knight cape, and I usually use black on every build. So the first time that I did a video where I was showcasing, I think it was a Christmas furniture video actually, where I was using one of my either Quantum or Water characters, I think Quantum, they tend to wear quite bright clothes compared to my other characters. Because, I don't know, they're very light blue, so I end up doing, like, watery looks on them. And the first time that Multiverse saw it, he was really surprised. Because it's unusual, you know? I like my dark stuff. My mum said it is 2 degrees here in Australia now, which is 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you for letting everyone know, because I had no idea what it was. 2 degrees is cold, man, so cold. My mum said I'm rugged up. It's so cold, see? That I can see my breath here in my room. Yeah, so can I. If I just go, there's just condensation in the air. There's been times where we go and sit, because in our house, we tend to sit and have a cuppa with each other, which is, for anyone who doesn't know, a cuppa is just a hot drink. So it's hot chocolate, coffee, tea, covers those sorts of things. So we will all like gather around the dining table, have a cuppa and have a chat, which is happening quite frequently at the moment, which is nice. But because we're drinking a hot drink and sitting in a freezing cold room, we'll be breathing out steam. It looks funny. And we do it on purpose. We're just sitting there all going,
I will show you what it is to be the master of pain.
I just want to fix his hair. It just looks wrong. It looks like he got wet, right? That he came out from swimming or something and his hair stuck down on his forehead. My mum said a cuppa would be nice. I agree, a cuppa would be nice. It'll warm me up, which is nice. I'm kind of in the mood for a hot chocolate. I've been having coffee for a very long time. And for a while I was off coffee completely because I got told it was probably not doing me any good by my doctor, who I should listen to, but apparently I'm currently not. I drink, originally I was drinking coffee because I was looking for something to help me stay awake or, you know, give me energy because I couldn't sleep. It's a problem I've had basically a good chunk of my adult life, and as a teenager a bit too, is, you know, not being able to get the sleep that I need. But I've worked out ways to kind of deal with it, sort of. But yeah, I used to drink a lot of energy drinks, I used to drink a lot of coffee, and I was told that I should probably discontinue doing that. So for, I don't know, over a year I think, I stopped having coffee altogether. But then when I started doing YouTube and editing and things, I ended up drinking it again for the awake factor. Now I just kind of drink it because it's become our social thing that we do. So I'm wondering if maybe I should get off coffee a little bit and go to like hot chocolate or something else. Tea maybe? I don't know. That also has caffeine though. But maybe go to hot chocolates instead and have high sugar instead of high caffeine so that I'm still having a couple with my family, but I'm having something different. The problem with that though is one of my brothers never makes his own cuppas, right? And that's that little brother from my youth. He never makes his own. Myself and my sister always just make him a cuppa, whichever one of us is doing it. And my sister has fancy coffee, and I say it's lame coffee. It's not that lame. It's just sachet coffee, so it's got everything in it that is already needed, even though he likes a little bit of extra sugar. But if I stopped making him coffee and I was just making hot chocolates, I don't know what he would do or what he would have.
You know you couldn't have.
I'd maybe have to make him a coffee and make me a hot chocolate.
You cool too?
Whatever, nerd.
Don't call him a nerd. Actually, I don't take nerd as an insult. I got called nerd a lot. I take it as a compliment. Look how much damage output you two do. It's the I was going to say dynamic duo, but I don't know if I should use that specifically, but you guys do great damage. Very, very nice.
Thanks.
I need to step up my game with my damage on my character. It's weird how this kind of disappears, isn't it? The ring is gone. My mum said, I'll put the kettle on as soon as your live is finished. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. She also said Milo is my fave. Milo is hot chocolate, sort of. That's true. We have, I think it's just the US that doesn't have Milo. I'm not sure, but Milo is like a different kind of hot chocolate. Like, it doesn't taste exactly the same. And it has granules rather than a powder. So it's like a little bit thicker and has crunch to it. You can literally put a spoon in your mouth and eat it. Like, it's not like you're going to have powder in your mouth if you do that. So, I don't know. I really like the flavor of Milo. And I think a lot of Australians have Milo over hot chocolate. But the recipe seems to have changed and you need to utilize a lot more of the granules in order to get it a nice strong flavor, which is a little sad. Because it means every tub that I buy isn't going to last me as long. But yeah, I do really like Milo. Highly recommend. If you haven't had Milo before, you should try it. It's yummy. Oh, this menu is so bad. And I complain about the lag on the US server. This is shocking. Look, everyone else is readied up except for myself and Big Pops. Come on. You know you want to ready up. Come on, DC. Ugh. It's so frozen. Oh my goodness. Oh, I did it! I did it! Don't press any buttons. Okay. Let's exit the menu. Oh. Misty said he changed looks. You did? Oh, now you did. Oh, you look so cool. Purple, there's purple. I approve. Oh, you look great. You look like Strange. Oh, that's beautiful. See what I mean? Mrs. Blade totally did a style I would do. I love it. Oh, it's so good. I've been trying to get more base tours done recently, so I'm recording as many as I can whenever I can so that I'm going to have them ready to be able to put out. But there's a lot. There's a lot on my list. It's not as bad as, I was going to say Meta Knight. It's not Meta Knight, it's a Chica. Not as bad as a Chica, I'm sure. She has a huge list. But, still getting big.
And reunite Isis with herself.
I can feel my other half in Neron's throne room. He's certain to expect us.
Misty said thank you. You're welcome. You look great. I love seeing people's styles. That was one of the things that I really enjoyed with that live stream from the developers, was seeing people's styles. Junior, the scores that you gave, I agree with you. I was on board with your scores. I was looking at it like, yeah, Junior knows what he's talking about. But some of them were so funny. Like, the first one that they did was a crypto style, and I was not expecting to see that at all. It was fun. That was a good bit of fun. I was surprised by the scores they gave that one. But yeah, it was good. It was funny. And there was some really amazing builds, and the backstories that they had for the character and why they had chosen that style was so clever. I agree with the winner. I absolutely think the person who won should have won. That was my favorite one out of all of them. But I really loved, I can't remember whose it was. I don't think it was Titanium. I can't remember whose character it was, but if you watch the live stream, there's one style that was done that looks like pastel and has a glow. And it, like, the character has the thought bubble with Raven's character in it. That character I thought was so well done, and the developer said something that I completely agree with. It looked like it wasn't even part of DC. It looked like it was from another game. They made a character style that looked like it was from a different game. So cool! I loved it.
Rage burns eternal.
Oh, good, I guess. You?
Deadlier than what forces you can muster, Neron.
Hey, my mum said I had 1 spoon of Milo for each cuppa for over 40 years. Now I have 3 heaped spoons. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's a very big difference. So now if you buy it, because you buy them in like different tin sizes, I usually get the 1 kilo tin, which sounds like a lot, but it's not because it goes away really fast. But yeah, I have to utilize. I don't know if I do 3 heaped. No, I think I do. I have a bigger mug than my mum though, so I may even do more than that. But yeah, you need a lot of the Milo to actually get the flavor through nicely, which is a bit of a shame. But if we make fancy hot chocolates, so sometimes I make a fancy hot chocolate. If you're on my Discord, you will have seen what they look like. They are hot chocolate, then they have like marshmallow in there for 1 layer, then whipped cream on top, and then a sprinkling of chocolate dusting stuff. That chocolate dusting stuff that I use is Milo, and it tastes amazing. One other really good thing to do with Milo is just get some generic vanilla ice cream, put Milo in it, and stir it a little. It is so yummy. Oh, it's so good done it. I want ice cream. It's not as good as Reese's ice cream, but it's still pretty good.
Is this the best you can throw at us?
Thank you. Okay, let's keep moving. David said back home and groceries put up. Does that mean like put away? Awesome. I often do. I'm the kind of person who likes to do a big grocery shop, hopefully once in like 2 or 3 weeks, which doesn't work for some products because they don't last that long. So I'll like, hey, brother or sister, are you potentially going past a shop? And then, sometimes they'll pick up extra things for me. But yeah, I try to do a big one and then not have to do it as often. But that doesn't always work out great. Sometimes I can't get everything I want and I end up having to go out again anyway. But when I come back from that big shop, it takes ages to put everything away. And also I food prep at the same time. So if I've purchased a bunch of things and I'm making like little containers with snacks in it, because I will have snacks like cabana pieces that are cut up, or cheese, or things like that we can cut up and put in containers. I'll do that at the same time, and honestly, I really enjoy it because I like the satisfaction of getting it all done. It's like, I know that most people don't like that part, but it's like house moving. A lot of people hate moving house. I love it. It's so much fun reorganizing everything, packing everything away, getting rid of all the old stuff, cleaning. I don't know. I don't know why I'm like that. But it's a good benefit to my family because every time we're moving, you can see they're like, okay, here we go again. And I'm like, let's go! And they're like, okay, fine. Laura will do it. It's fine. Every time someone wants to like reorganize their stuff or do like a clean out, which I guess most people would consider to be like a spring clean, because even though we all live in the same house, we're all adults. We all have our own sections of the house, and we all look after the different parts of the house as we need to. But anytime someone wants to clean out their section, their rooms and things, I get asked to help. I think the only person who doesn't ask me for help much is that brother from AU. He tends to maintain it as he goes, but everybody else asks me to help, and I love it. It's fun. It's funny as well, though, because I have a tendency to do theirs before I'll do anything of mine. So I'll be, like, helping everybody get their stuff organized, and if they want to do a clean out, we'll do a clean out, and their stuff will all look so neat and tidy and beautiful, and then I walk back into my space and go, darn it, I need to do mine.
You saw how I dealt with men. Now see how I deal with meddlesome insects.
David said, yes, that is put away. Beautiful. He said, we shop every 2 weeks because I get paid every 2 weeks. I also get paid every 2 weeks. So that works out great. And I feel like I'm still the only one who likes putting groceries away though. Oh, I should specify as well. When I say I should do like a cleanup of my stuff, I'm generally a very neat and tidy person. I like things put away nice and tidily, and everything has a place. But we have accumulated some things because we do taste testing. So I don't know how many people are aware, but I have a channel where I do shorts where I taste test different foods from different places in the world, or ones with a weird name, weird ingredients, that sort of thing, and see if they're any good, or things that are new or rare. Then we also have a channel called Our Honest Opinion. It's myself, my mom, and my brother, which is that brother from AU, who all taste test different products as well, but we compare. So we'll buy like a whole different group of flavors from one brand and tell you which flavor is the best and why, or we will try a whole bunch of different brands of one flavor and tell you which brand is the best and why, that sort of thing. We do also sometimes try things that just sound weird or are limited, won't be out for very long, that sort of thing. And because of that, we have a stockpile of food. So there's like a whole bunch of dry stock food. Oh, and I should specify, dry stock means it's from when I worked in the bakery, the grocery store that was attached. Dry stock meant the products that just go on the normal shelf. And then there's like the freezer stock, which goes in the freezer, and then fridge, so dry stock is stuff that can be stored at room temperature. So we have a whole bunch of that, and me specifically, I have a whole bunch of that. So I need to tidy it up. Some of it has been taste tested already and is saved up so that my other brother, who is that little brother from AU, can also taste test it on his channel and see if he likes it. And some of it is still yet to be tested. So there's just a stockpile of those things, which looks messy, but they do have like a proper place and a reason for being there, sort of thing. So my clean out is that stuff.
Thank you all.
You're welcome. Oh, I talked over him again. Darn it, I just can't help myself, can I?
Back at him? Huh, weird. They turned off their comms. Well, yeah, I totally count. Bet they're putting together a feast in my honor right about now. I mean, everyone's honor. Teamwork!
Beautiful. My mum said we tried a lot of different chocolate last week. Oh, I'm so sorry. So I don't want to even think about, even see any more chocolate blocks, choc overload. Yeah, she's right. Part of the reason we were so busy last week is because we did more than one full day of recording for OHO, which is Our Honest Opinion channel. And I had a stockpile of different chocolates. And a good chunk of them were ones that my mum and my brother both weren't big fans of. So not only did they have a chocolate overload, but they had a chocolate overload of chocolate they didn't even enjoy when they were taste testing it. So I'm sorry. But yeah, it was a lot of chocolate taste testing, definitely. All right, we're up to the second one, Rock of Eternity. Queue? Come on, you know you want to queue up. You can do it. Come on, little DC. Oh my goodness, no. Wow. I thought, I knew the lag was bad already. There we go. But, it seems to be a little bit worse when we're in a larger group. Because I've been doing everything solo up until this point, recently. So, yeah, the lag is much more noticeable when there's more of us on. That's for sure. Come on, you know you can queue up. You can do it. Yay! Okay, don't touch anything. Corporal Grief said, thank you, gotta go. No problem. Thank you so much for being here, Super Dad. That was fun. Have a good one. And have a look at his style. I think the main thing that I wouldn't have thought to do was the skin. But it does look awesome. Really nice. Well done. Thank you. Have a good one, guys. Is Miss Blade also going? Or Mrs. Blade, I should say. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. We are queued up anyway, so if she's staying, I'm sure we will see her queue. And if she needs to go, that's no problem. Oh, she left the group. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. That was lovely. Justice Dawn, probably no idea that we're in a live stream. Just coming in and saying hello. Oh, Misty, you look so cool in white. That's awesome. You look great. He isn't. We'll find out. I'll ask and see if he wants to join. friends. If you would like to. Oh, Misty said I'm Moon Knight. You look so good. I know it's not, but it totally reminds me of Nocturnal in Skyrim. I know the colors are wrong, but the style is so right. Like, you look so good. And I love Nocturnal. David said, I found an extra Arctic aura, which I could send to my Killer Frost. Oh, that's a great idea. That would be great on Killer Frost. He also said the Moon Knight style is cool looking. It is. You look amazing. I really love it. You look great. Have we got Aquaman we're waiting on? No, we're all cute. Okay, beautiful. Did I private match it? If I private matched, we should be going in, shouldn't we? Or did I not private match? Hang on. Let's check. Or it could be because someone left the group. Maybe that's what did it. Try it again. Which means we have to experience the lag again. Yay. Okay. Private match. Yes. And then queue again. Hopefully that works. Now, as far as I know, we shouldn't have any issue being able to get through these even with a group of 4. Just because the casual mode ones are so simple. Like, they're very easy to get through. So I'm not too concerned about having a group of 4 for raids. Which is why when, I mean, I'm really happy with the change that they've done recently where they've got the casual mode and the private match. Come on, you gonna work? Hey, thank you. Because it does allow us to be able to play a lot more content with less players, which is really, really nice. So I'm really happy to see that. And the casual mode specifically, when we do private match, makes it a lot easier to run it as well, because if we've got anyone who's a little bit nervous about trying to run any of the raids or the alerts without the right number of people, the casual mode definitely makes it a lot easier for them. So I'm really happy with that.
Oh man, I leave this place unguarded for like a minute? Come on, the portal to the underworld is this way.
Okie dokie, thank you, Shazam. I know how to speak.
Someone wants to prevent us from confronting Neron.
Wait! I recognize the magic that tried to control me so long ago. Felix Faust!
Oh no!
That creep is always trying to steal magic. And with the firepower we've got, he'll be a pusher.
David said, sadly, while I have an Xbox account for DCUO, I'm really bad at playing on the controller. So I don't play, I just collect the free stuff every day and distribute it between my 4 characters. Oh, I keep telling myself someday I'll learn how to play on the controller. I have the opposite problem. I have had the test server with PC. I had it for a while. I obviously don't use it now because I'm not part of the Creator League, so I don't have access. But, oh, I'll wait for you to finish talking.
Transfer them to me.
I know tricking people is like your whole deal, but Neron's way better at it than you. And I was stealing his powers when I made that deal. So enjoy the powers of laziness instead.
I want those leggings.
Nerd.
What?
Or stockings, whatever they're called.
Faust, your end will be slow
and painful.
Lovely. Yeah, so, I would be using a controller even when I was playing on the test server because I'm so unaccustomed to using the keys. So I have the opposite problem. I would say, give it a shot. It's pretty intuitive and you'll probably pick it up really fast. But having seen my mum learn how to go from tablet to controller, it may not be that intuitive. I have always played on a controller. So the very first time I started playing video games, when I was a little tyke with my brothers and my sister, I was on a controller from the beginning. I've never really done much on PC. My sister has done a lot more on PC than I have. She's probably way better at flexing between playing on a PC and playing on a controller than I am. But I am definitely the best at swapping between different controllers because it's definitely different on Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation. But there are little differences between the 2, or the 3 rather. But yeah, I would not presume to say it's really easy and intuitive because it's not. If you're used to playing one way and you have to swap, it's not the same as starting on this device. So because I've always played on a controller, it's very easy for me. But I do think that people who started on a different kind of device, like a tablet or a computer, will have more trouble trying to get used to a controller because it's the opposite of what they're used to. So I hope you do one day kind of play with it so that you can join us, because that would be really, really nice. But I do understand the apprehension, because I'm apprehensive about trying to play on PC without a controller. I don't think I'd be very successful. It would take time. My sister has the experience because she played The Sims before. She played a lot of things before me. She played The Sims before I did, and she started on the computer. And I didn't start playing The Sims until it became console. So, and I think did I start on Sims 3? I think it was Sims 3 that ended up on console. And then when Sims 4 came out, like with all the different DLCs you can get and everything, I was a little bit addicted to that too. I'm very much into the house building side of that. My sister is very much into the character building side, and then neither one of us plays the game. My sister is actually the most particular character creator I have ever seen. She gets it so right. So she is like, it takes her time. She gets things very specific, especially if there's things that allow you to like change the facial structure and the body build to very specific types, changing all the different facial features and pieces to get them accurate. She is so good at it, and she'll get it perfect. And all of us will think that she has it perfect. And then she'll have it done, and she'll be like, good, I'm done. She'll finish, and then tomorrow she'll be like, yeah, no, I don't like them. I'm going to delete them and do it again. Again! After, like, hours of work. Oh my goodness. The most particular character builder I've ever seen. But also so accurate. She's so good at it. I wish I was that good. When I create, because on The Sims, she has created us before, so she'll create the entire family, and it'll look like us. People have said, because I can do the same, I'll create my family, but mine look like they have the feeling of us, but they don't look 100% correct, right? Like, they won't be the right face shape, or I'll have a nose wrong or something like that, because I'm just not as good at it as she is, but people know who they are, so I feel like I'm okay, you know, I'm okay at trying to make myself and my family, but my sister is perfect at it. She's amazing. David said, I play the Mass Effect games on PC with controller because I originally played them on Xbox. Oh, okay. Maybe you'd be alright with the controller then. Who knows? It's been so long since I played Mass Effect. That's another one my sister played first. I think my sister and both of my brothers have played them. I will say, there was a period of time where I did not... It's basically like everything. I've had periods of time where I've not done things. So I had like a year with no coffee. And then, like, I used to be a massive reader. There was a period of time where I didn't read very much either. And, right, just before I started doing YouTube as well, probably a year before, I would say. I've been playing for about a year. No, I've been playing with my best friend. We've been playing for 5 years. How long did I do YouTube? I'm like nearly 2 years into YouTube? I don't know. No, 1 year and a little bit, I think, now. Oh, I can't remember, but there was like a period of time where I was avoiding playing video games because honestly, they take up a good chunk of my time because I really, really enjoy them and I get into them. Just like books, really, really get into them. So I would discontinue playing them. I forgot to stop talking when they talk, darn it. I'm sorry if the sound is weird.
Why stop us? Don't you want to fix conduct? Rescue ISIS?
God, you adults are all the same. Every time it's a lecture.
Don't mess with dark magic.
I also want her top, and her boots, and her skirt. Can we just have all of her stuff?
Blah, blah. Then as soon as an adult wants to pull a soul out of the underworld, it's suddenly the right thing to do? Someone's gotta stop you freaking hypocrites, and it looks like it's gonna have to be me.
Okay, thank you, Steph. Alright, let's get over here. Yeah, so, I forgot where I was up to. I know I was talking about Mass Effect and like my sister and my brothers playing everything first. Oh, because I took a break, right. So I took a break from playing games for a little while there because it just took up a good chunk of my time. And I was trying to get other things done, and I'm generally speaking just a busy person. I've always got lots of things to do. No matter what happens, I end up with lots of things to do. In our house, I'm the person who deals with like the real estate agent and any issues that come up in the property, and anytime they need to come out and do a test or an inspection or anything like that, that's me. I deal with those things. If there's a problem with like the electricity, the gas, or internet, anything like that, I deal with those things also. So I do a lot of stuff, you know. I just have a lot of things going on. But because I took a break, my brothers and my sister ended up playing a lot more games than I did for a while there. So they've played Mass Effect way before I did. They played a whole bunch of the Final Fantasies way before I did. And then one thing that's really, really good about being able to play video games now is that I'm utilizing them for YouTube. So, it's kind of worked with that. It's been very nice. But I was definitely playing games again before I chose to do YouTube. I thought it was 1 year before, but I think it's more than that because I think YouTube is just over a year now, and I've definitely been playing for at least 5 years. So yeah, it's just time flies, I guess. But it was the thing that I was doing to relax. It's the thing that I do for fun. I don't really do much else, so I don't mind that my time now gets spent to do this for fun. And using it for YouTube as well is great because then I get to talk with all you guys and play with all you guys and showcase different things. I'm really enjoying it. It's fun. And before I started doing YouTube, I was not very social media-y. I didn't have Instagram or X or Twitter. I didn't have. I had Facebook when I was much younger, but I haven't for years now, and that account doesn't even exist anymore. No idea where it is. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of things, so I started that all up when I started YouTube, and I'm surprised how much I like them. I think they're fun. I think it's fun to have all the social media at the moment. So, but I think it's different when it's a personal one compared to one that I'm using for my channel. So because I'm using it for my channel and I like give people notifications about stuff coming out on my channel, it's a little different from having a personal Instagram or a personal Twitter.
We may have bested you this time, but keep that fighting spirit. Never submit to another.
Never submit to another. Interesting advice.
Good luck getting Kondak and the rest of ISIS back from Neron.
As soon as we muster our strength, the final journey to the underworld would begin.
Yay! That was beautiful. Thank you, guys. Man, I ramble so much. David said I played them on PC because I can mod them. Oh yeah, you have way more options for modding when you go on PC. I know on PlayStation there's a little bit of options for modding some things, but yeah, definitely PC if you're wanting to mod. PC in general is just a better choice if you can afford it because you have access to more games that way. You definitely have access to modding. I don't know. If I could afford to have a PC for my stuff, I probably would do it, but I can't, so we won't. Most of the consoles that I have been second-hand ones, which is fine with me. Let's queue up for the next one. Oh wait, let's check the inventory situation, right? Let's have a look how we're going. Oh yeah, we've got a little bit of space to play with. We're okay here. Oh, and if anyone is wondering what's going on down here, this is the Mystical Magician style, and this is the Absolute Dark Knight. I don't open them until I have opened all of the capsules I choose to, and I have all the style sets here, so that when I do go to open them, I know which pieces to collect and not to collect, because it doesn't show up because they're an openable box, rather than just this style item. I like to keep them here in case. So that's why that's all sitting there. That's for when I go back to the capsules at some point, so that I make sure I get the entire style. Back to on duty. David said the skirt would go nice on a Supergirl. I agree. I think the skirt would be great. If they could do the skirt as a separate piece and then those torn leggings as a separate piece, I'd be really happy. Because I'd use those torn leggings, or maybe they're stockings, I'm not sure. If they're stockings, maybe not a separate piece, because that means they have a little bit of transparency to it. We don't need transparent leggings. That would be weird. We're up to... Oh, no, not Rock of Eternity. Dark Knight, that one. Nearly did the same one twice again. Let's not do that. But yeah, the skirt would be great for a Supergirl build. At the moment, for when I do the Supergirl style, when I'm not doing the more casual version where she's wearing trousers, I use the Godling Wonderpunk skirt, and I change the leggings that are underneath just to a skin color. Even though they do have a texture that clearly shows they are trousers, unless you're looking nice and close, you don't notice it as much. And the Godling Wonderpunk skirt I really love because the length of it is nice and the sparkle on the enhanced version is really pretty. So that's what I tend to use when I do Supergirl. I just realized I've done the Supergirl style quite a few times now, and I've never actually had a Supergirl character. I mean, yeah, she's on my list. That's on my list of characters I should create at some point. I just haven't got to it yet. I'm sure I will one day. But that entire style that she was wearing, I would really love to have. I even, like, the torn net bit on that shirt is cool. I'd totally wear that. I have a couple of characters that are future Laura. Oh, I'll wait till they stop talking.
And undo the damage to the multiverse.
You will need me along to make sure the plan works. Everybody ready?
All teams are in position. Forward. For truth. For the multiverse.
Internal In my domain, apex predators protect me. Protect the mother of all creation.
So I have a couple of different Future Laura characters. They're on different accounts, so it's not like all the Future Lauras are in one place. But I feel like that top that she was wearing would be one that Future Laura would wear. I do have a few net tops, not exactly the same. They're more like a mesh, but I really, really like that look. It's cool.
You can only ever
I haven't really worked out because I made Future Laura because I was kind of making myself. Oh, I gotta wait till she stops talking again. Sorry.
Rise and defend me.
We must rally. To me.
Thanks, Wonder Woman. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to utilize them. So basically, when I was creating the first Future Laura character that I ever created, I was creating kind of myself, and then I also had created that girl from AU character, also myself, obviously. But I did it right at the time when Meta Knight was having like a special reward for Extra Life on her channel, which was like the headset with the cat ears and the microphone, like a YouTuber would use, kind of like mine, but I don't have cat ears on mine. That also is reactive, so it has like a glow that happens on it, which is really, really cool. And around about the same time, I created my Future Laura character, thinking one day I'll find a good use for her, and I haven't worked out how to use her yet. But I just figured at some point Future Laura might play the game. We don't know. David said, I used your tip on that with my Evil Mary Marvel style. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, no problem. I'm glad it was useful. A couple of people on the day where I was wearing it as well took that tip. So that's a good one. I'm really glad that's been helpful for people. Because that skirt is awesome. The leggings are just annoying. David also said one of your short videos popped up on YouTube where you had a more lavender colored hair on parts of it. Lavender colored hair? I mean, I have a bunch of shorts with different characters. One of my characters on... I think it might be EU server on one of my alternate accounts, so not on my main account. One of the main tunes on that originally had like a very pale purpley, almost white purple hair on one of the styles for her. But her style has changed recently, so I think that might be her... one of her armory builds, not her main armory build, because her main armory build matches my YouTube one for Multi's channel, so my main character on US. But yeah. Oh, you meant I had lavender colored hair. Oh, that was a while ago. Yeah, that was a while ago. I had purple hair. Yes. Didn't last very long, but yes, I did. Yeah, if you see any shorts where my hair is clearly a different color, it's probably an older one. Yeah, I try to keep up with editing all my shorts, but honestly, there's so many of them. And at the moment, I've had to edit because I've been seeing the Superman and the Fantastic Four movies, and I recorded, my thoughts on those things, so I've been getting those ones out. I do need to edit all of the Fantastic Four ones now, so that I can put those out as well, but that is a different channel again. Too many different channels. Yeah, I have thought about doing my hair purple again, but if I ever do, I'm going to do it darker, because honestly, the pale I don't like very much. I know a lot of people did like it, but not me. I don't think lighter hair suits me very much. I say that, but every time someone else sees it, they say it does. I don't know if people are just being nice, but I mean, there was one time where I had rogue streaks. So the two streaks of hair at the front going pale. Not like her comic book look, like the look from the X-Men movies. I don't remember the actress's name. Peyton? I don't remember her name. I'm so sorry. But when she was playing the role, she had just two blonde streaks at the front, or white streaks at the front. There was a time where I had that. And my mum then said that my hair, the blonde hair at the front really suited me. And my mom is not the kind of person to tell me something looks good if it doesn't. She'll just straight up tell me, the truth, if I want to know. So, I should say that better. It sounds like she's going to insult me. No, your hair looks terrible. No. If it didn't suit me, she'd say, no, I don't think the blonde really suits you so much, or something like that. Which, I prefer that my mom is honest with me about those things. So, the fact that she said that the blonde suited me makes me think that it must. It must just be something that I don't personally like. I think I'm just so used to my hair being quite dark that when it goes really light, I'm not a big fan. It just looks wrong, We get used to things. It's like, not that I wear a lot of makeup. I tend to just do mascara and eyeliner. The eye ones, those ones. But I have been to places before where I've had my makeup done by someone else, and when they do my makeup and then I look at my reflection, it doesn't look like me anymore. So I think it's a little bit of that. You get used to something, and when it's not that anymore, it doesn't look like yourself. Maybe that's just me. Come on, down you go, buddy. You're the last one. Take the damage. Fall on your butt so we can do the circly thing. Really does not want to get knocked out. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Yay!
Of the Batman who laughs, my dark knights, I call you into service.
Oh, thank you so much. David said Anna Paquin. Thank you. I knew it started with a P for her last name. He said, I didn't know she is from New Zealand. Oh, I didn't know that either. But yeah, her hairstyle is what I had for a little while. It looked alright. I didn't think the blonde suited me, but my mum said it did. I believe my mum. She tells me the truth. She and my best friend tell me the truth. Yeah. I had quite a lot of compliments on the pale purple hair. I personally I don't like it. I won't do that again. If I ever do purple again, I will probably do it quite a bit darker than that. There we go, my mum said the blonde looked great. See? If my mum said so, I believe her. I think I just like dark hair. It was actually not long after that I started dyeing my hair black. I think of all the dyeing of my hair that I've ever done, black was the one that I kept for the longest. I would keep it now if I could be bothered maintaining it, but to maintain black on my hair is time-consuming and a little expensive because my roots grow back really fast, and even though my hair is a darkish kind of brown or a medium brown, I have a lot of little blonde hairs and a lot of little red hairs, and they show up so quickly as soon as my roots come through. So black against red and blonde, which I know you really can't see that when I'm doing videos and stuff, especially because I'm wearing beanies most of the time, but when I go out in the sunshine, it's very noticeable that my hair has different flecks of color in it, and it contrasts so much with the black, everyone can tell, so it's like pointless for me to try and maintain black hair. I will say though, when I was dyeing my hair black, whatever was in the dye had this really nice effect of giving my hair a curl. My hair has a little bit of a natural wave to it, but it was even more curly when I was using the black dye. It was nice! I liked it! I don't even know if I have photos of when I had black hair. There was a while there where I had kind of an aversion to having my photo taken. I don't really like it. I still kind of don't really like it. I say that and I literally put my face on YouTube, so I don't know. But for a long time didn't have my photo taken much because I just didn't want to, and that was while I had black hair, so I don't even know if I have photos of that. But I really, really liked the black. I don't know if my mum liked the black that much or not. My mum said the purple too. See? Everyone thinks it looks good except for me. David said my sister used to dye her hair black, but she finally let her hair go back to brown. Hey! I can relate! I dyed my hair black and finally let it go back to brown. I think also as I get older, if I kept the black, I'm very pale. My skin is very, very pale. If I had the black hair and the very pale skin, I think I could start looking vampiric right now. I also have, I don't know that you can tell, because I have a very thin top lip, so half the time people don't even know I have a lip there. That's how disappearing it is. But my lip color is very, very dark. I don't think it shows up well on camera, but out just naturally, I have dark lips. When I was in school, I got in trouble for having lipstick on when I didn't, just because they're a very dark color. So I think the fact that my lips are also dark, plus pale skin, plus black hair dye, I think I would look a little vampire-y. I don't know that that's the aesthetic I want to go for in my normal life, just on my character, you know?
I would certainly never allow anything to threaten your power, Perpetua.
Hey, my mom said she loved the black. Excellent, thank you, Mom. I also love the black. It also, I will say, it made my eyes really pop. So my eyes are blue. They do sometimes look grey, and I know this will sound stupid and like it doesn't make sense, but it does seem to depend on the weather. They look grey in particular weather and they look blue in other weather. So like when it's hot or sunny, I have really blue eyes, and when it's like dreary and rainy, which is actually my favorite weather, they look kind of grey. I don't know how that works. That seems like a nonsense to me, but honestly, I've looked at it for years. I've seen my eyes for years, and it just seems like that's true. So don't ask me to explain how that works, but that's just how things are. But when I have the black hair, it makes my blue eyes pop. Like the blue looks really, really noticeable, which I really liked. That was nice. I had like my eyes really, really bright and blue for a while there when my hair contrasted with it. I have also done a dark brown hair dye that had the same sort of effect. It was like dark brown with a red tinge to it, which I did kind of close after I stopped dyeing my hair black because I had like an incident occur when I stopped going black. So I've always just kind of box dyed at home. My mum does it for me, or a couple of times I also did it myself. I would just box dye with the black, and that would be it. But when I chose to stop doing that, I wanted to try to get some of the black out. Bad choice. Should have just let it grow out. And I went to a hairdresser. Bad choice. Don't go to hairdressers. At least I shouldn't. I've been twice, and both times it didn't work out. So when I went for this time, she bleached my hair, and I didn't really know much about it, but I did tell her that I had dyed over the top of it. So every time I box dyed, I just put it on in the roots, and then I would drag it through so that there was consistent black in case it had faded, which meant I had dyed black over black over black over black over black. And from the top of my roots down to the tips of my hair, there were different levels of black dye. So when she did this bleach job, which she told me would take one day, and the hairdresser that wasn't her advised me that I probably shouldn't have done that, and that I should have like had it be removed over a period of time, which I wasn't told and would have done if I was told that. But it seemed like the person who was serving me, maybe she was new, I don't know. I'm not really sure what was going on there, but her advice was not helpful and the job was not great. So she fried my hair with bleach. I went home, my hair was red, which that was to be expected. I was expecting it to kind of be red. When you remove black from brown hair, that's kind of what's going to happen, is it's going to go red. So I was expecting the red, but the red colors were different as it went down my hair because of how much black had been removed.
Come to an end.
My children, weak or rebellious, but disappointments all. No more delegating. I will fix you myself.
We are not yours to toy with. We will restore the truth of who we are, of what the multiverse is.
Okie dokie.
Rebellion. Your only truth is the one I make for you.
We'll see what my lasso has to say about that.
Time to go down, Perpetua. Oh, I got a feat. Nice. So, yeah, my hair had been I fried and or burnt, so that when I did next wash it, I had a lot of breakage. So, yeah, it got very much damaged during that particular incident. And me being the genius that I am, in order to cover up the red, I mean, it was a little bit genius because I did not want to go back to a hairdresser after that. I didn't trust them. So, and I've only ever been back to a hairdresser one time. And it was for hairstyling, which they did incorrectly as well. But that's, you know, hairstyling isn't so bad. I can deal with that. But the frying of my hair was not so great. Where is the dude that I need to go to? Right here.
Explode.
But yeah, so immediately after that, or I don't know if it was immediate. It was a little while, like within a week or two. I was box dyeing it to a brown color, so as close as I could find to match my natural color, which isn't easy because, as I said, I have the little bits of blonde, I have the little bits of red, so I ended up with a reddish tinged brown, which I did quite like and did look nice. It wasn't exactly like mine, but it was close enough that when my regrowth came through, it was fine. But when I had that color, in, which was not as long as the black hair, but I definitely used it quite a bit. And there was like a wash out one that I could use that I could like top up on my roots so that it would like naturally kind of fade from the box dye color to my natural color without me having to cut it. So when I had that particular color in my hair, my eyes really looked nice then too. It's kind of sad that to make my eyes look like a nice color, I have to have really dark hair. In my opinion. I don't know that other people would necessarily agree with that, but that's what I think. It's, I will say, I don't tend to wear a lot of makeup, but the makeup that I do wear is all for the eyes. So I wear mascara and eyeliner, which is more so to make me look less tired than anything else, because, as I've said, I've had some sleep issues in my life, and I have worked, like, multiple jobs, sometimes at the same time as each other, and not been having enough sleep, so I got accustomed to putting eyeliner mascara so that I would look awake. And now I just am still in that habit. But honestly, it does work. I do look more awake. If I take it off, people will ask, "Are you okay? Are you feeling alright?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I just don't have makeup on." I'm kind of glad that that's the only makeup that I do use, though, because I've heard of a lot of people having issues with their skin later on in life if they have used, like, foundation, stuff that actually covers your normal skin rather than just around the eyes like I do. And my skin is pretty darn good because I've never really put anything on it, so I'm really happy about that. David said, I bought the Thunderbolts at Walmart today, Blu-ray and digital code with a pop-up out of box. Awesome! We'll watch it with my sister later today, I think. Oh, that's great! I hope you enjoy it. That sounds fun. I love watching... The fun part of watching movies for me is definitely watching them with people, because then we can talk about them later, right? That's the fun part. It's why I'm hanging out for Multi to watch Superman and Fantastic Four, so we can talk about it. Because at this stage, we don't. We don't talk about it. And I so want to. But it looks like maybe Superman and Low Spec Gaming might do a live stream or a video or something with me where we can discuss it. So I'm really looking forward to doing that if it ends up happening. That would be great fun. I think at the very least Superman is on board for it. I don't know if Low Spec is or can, so we'll see how we go. But I don't know. I think Low Spec has a great sense of humor and he knows a lot about DC. So if he can join, that would be cool. David said, my brother and I watched it in the theater and I enjoyed it. I hope my sister enjoys it too. Oh, so it'll be first time for her, but you're rewatching. Actually, I remember you telling me when you watched that. I should have remembered. I'm so sorry. But I hope she enjoys it. That would be great. Where did he go? Oh, there.
Maybe you should just explode.
Maybe you should just explode, Perpetua. We don't appreciate it. I keep saying her name because I try to keep it in mind that her name is Perpetua and not Perpetua. So, because that's what I used to call her before I had the audio sound on. Audio sound? The sound on. Everyone knows audio and sound are the same thing. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I ramble so much that my words end up not really making sense, or I repeat things for no reason. Why am I standing in the fire? Jump. There we go. Okay. David said, and it would be cool live stream to watch. Oh, I hope so. I mean, I feel like you'd get a varied amount of opinions because Superman has a very good Superman knowledge and knows a lot about other movies and the comics and different character styles for him. So I would be really interested to hear his opinion. And Low Spec in general just has a lot of knowledge as well. So I feel like I'd come in as someone who can go from the perspective of someone who does not have as much knowledge about Superman, and I know that probably sounds kind of lame that that's my perspective, but I think it's kind of good as well because I'd be the only one who could potentially say whether or not it's a good movie to watch and understand for someone who doesn't know anything about Superman or doesn't know anything about Lex, you know? So hopefully that would be helpful, but at the same time, I do know a little bit. I know enough to understand who the characters and things are too. And I do feel like we're probably going to have, hopefully, a little bit of differing opinion because I think it's a little bit more fun when we can see different people's perspectives. But if we all agree, I think that might be a very quick live stream. We'll have to see. Yeah, but I'm hoping it happens. At this stage, Superman, I believe, is on board. I am definitely on board, and we have the benefit of whenever we do a live stream or something where I need to where I need to collab with other people, I can rearrange my schedule around it so that we can do that, which is something that's a bit handy for me because I work from home. So hopefully, as long as Low Spec and Superman can work out a time that works for them together, I can then arrange my schedule around it. Hopefully. So we'll see how we go. But it's definitely not yet set in stone. Got to wait and see what everybody says. So we'll see how we go. But I would love to do that. That would be fun. We recently also recorded myself, my mum, and my brother all kind of ranting about it. It's kind of a review, really. I have not yet edited it, but that will go up on Our Honest Opinion as well at some point because we had a fun time talking about it. It was great. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes. And yeah, maybe we could also discuss Fantastic Four if they've both seen it by then too, because that was an interesting movie. I went into that one not really knowing what to expect, but I ended up enjoying it. So that's all I'll say. I won't spoil anything, but I did end up enjoying Fantastic Four, and I can say I'm pretty sure I enjoyed it more than that Superman movie too. It was good. David said, I like to think I'm pretty knowledgeable about Legion of Superheroes. They are my favorite team, and I've been reading them since probably 1970 or so. I would say you are pretty knowledgeable then, which is awesome. I have good knowledge on some things, but most of it is Star Trek. I know Star Trek better than I know DC, to be honest. So even though I love DC, I definitely don't know as much as other people who play this game. And the reason I started playing this game had nothing to do with the fact that it was DC. It was just my best friend and I were looking for a game to play together that was free, and this was one of the ones we tried, and we both enjoyed it. So, and now I'm absolutely addicted to it, though. I love it. It's a fantastic game to play. Even with all the changes, even with the monetization things they're trying to do, I still enjoy this game. It's still my favorite. So that's a pretty good sign, right? They can make all these changes to it and still have it be my favorite. That's good. Oh, have I not done this with this character? Just got a new title unlock.
No, my wayward children, you need me. You will stray from my path.
We will choose our own path.
No!
Yay! Oh, I need that exclamation. Wait, have I not done this with this character at all?
Batman.
I'm surprised and a little confused. The investigations are still here. I clearly haven't collected them. Okay. I really thought I had done this. I must have done it on my villain.
These worlds to serve Doom, to serve me, because I want my
Haha, cutting you off.
the monitor, the
There's one over this side too. Yeah.
Forger, once united against me, their own mother. The world.
On my world, my life started when the Joker's ended. That's when his Joker toxin infected me. Oh, I know I've told you this story before, but, well, call me sentimental.
There we go. My mum said I'm not good at ranting. That's true. She's not much of a ranter, but she did it was funny because while we were recording some of the conversation where we were reviewing Superman and the Fantastic Four movie, my mum would go to say something, not go to say something so much as like my brother and I would say what we were going to say, and then we'd ask, so what do you think? And she'd be like, yeah, I pretty much agree with, and it would be one of us. So we'd always just say whatever she was thinking. She did have some good points though that we didn't also have, but yeah, she's not a ranter. My mum's just like a little bit quiet and cute, which I think is a good contrast. My brother and I are both very loud when it comes to talking about these things. Let's queue up for the next one. Oh, hang on. Let's check the inventory level. When we get a full inventory level, that's when we know it's time to break. We've got a few more. We've got a few more bits of space there. We're good to go. All right, let's go on duty. And have the nice laggy screen. David said my mum was really big into Star Trek up through 2001. I bought every novel that came out for her. Oh, that's lovely. That's, I think, one of the reasons I was kind of into it too is because my mum is. We ended up watching a lot of them together. I think we stopped the last one we watched was partway through Picard. I think, and both of us have thought maybe we should go back because 7 of 9 entered it before we were really watching. Sorry, after we stopped watching, and so did Q, and I really love Q. He's such a funny character, very entertaining. So I feel like I do kind of want to go back. And there's a lot of new stuff that's come out for it now as well. Like there's Lower Decks, Discovery. We both have watched, but I honestly felt like I was watching something other than Star Trek because the pacing of it is very quick. It doesn't feel like other Star Trek that I've watched before. I didn't hate it. I just didn't feel like it felt like Star Trek to me. And also the way that they tried to relate Michael with Spock felt very not real. Like it felt like an entirely new storyline. Like we're in an I guess they were going for alternate reality really with it, weren't they? But I didn't like it as much as some of the other Star Treks. It felt like something different that I was watching. But I still do love Star Trek, and I feel like I need to get back into it a little bit. And I think my absolute favorite character keeps changing all the time. But O'Brien, I really love. I think he's such a sturdy and sweet character, just so nice, and he's so underrated. And he's in it for so long too.
Perfect justice to be designed by the World Forger. Imagine my surprise when we read your minds and found.
See, my mum said I love Star Trek. My mum has excellent taste, you know.
Sentence along with all the other criminals. It's a real tragedy, but necessary.
Thanks for that.
But I did read your minds for Superman. I'm going to help you escape, though.
Small.
Thank you. I've only just started watching Young Justice. I mean, going off on a tangent, but you know, I saw her character and was like, yep, I've just started watching that. The problem is I'm watching it with someone who is inconsistently coming and watching it with me, so I don't know when I'm going to get through it because I've got to wait for her. We'll see how we go. But I do think that I might be creating a Miss Martian character at some point, because Martian Manhunter is absolutely one of my favorite characters in DC. So I will probably create her as well, because they're similar, you know? He's like I say this, but some people who really love Superman jump down my throat a little bit on this one, but I feel like Martian Manhunter is a better Superman, you know? He can phase through things. Who doesn't want to be able to do that? It's so cool. Mind you, I don't know how happy I would be getting into people's heads. I feel like that would be uncomfortable. David said, so far I've collected about half of the 11 items in the Brainiac Returns big collection.
I thought his extreme measures were necessary.
What's the big collection? Brainiac Returns big is it the 12 out of the 12? Isn't that 11 items out of the 12? Is that what you mean? I'm so sorry. I'm probably misunderstanding what you mean there. And if you got 11 out of the 12, that's fantastic. You're one away. Running up the wall. I kind of love that bit. It's a little bit of fun. I will say, I do think super speed has a bit of an advantage getting up that wall. I think we just go faster when we're going up that. David said the last thing we watched together was the first season of Picard. We made it all the way to the end, but then my mum passed away. Oh, so I didn't watch the other seasons. I'm so sorry to hear about your mum, David. That's really sad. I'm really glad she got to watch Star Trek with you all the way to the end there, though. That's really nice. That's lovely. It's kind of making me want to go back and watch Picard.
Countless iterations of this place, and I've never let a prisoner escape. You won't get out.
Lois, your strength of will was always impressive. Have the strength to see why justice without fairness is wrong.
Yeah, and let you become the next Legion of Doom. I don't think so.
Okay, Lawrence, it's time to go down.
Send everything at the prisoners.
Oh. There they are. Man, they took a little while to spawn, didn't they? Just a little bit. So, I do think, like, even though O'Brien is probably my favorite character, he just seems like a really nice and kind person, you know, and like he gets underappreciated at every turn. Also, it seems like Keiko hates him, which is his wife, and I don't really understand that mentality. Like, they maybe a different actress, or they could have written it better. I don't know what the issue was there, but yeah, they kind of don't seem to like each other, which is a little bit sad. But the O'Brien character in general, I just think he's really, really nice. But I really love Worf, and I like the way he continues on through to Deep Space Nine. I enjoy him more in Deep Space Nine than I did in Next Gen. But I think that's just because the character gets more fleshed out and he's more aware of what his character is supposed to be. And also when he's in a relationship with Dax, I find that really interesting and kind of funny. But also I love Seven of Nine and I love the Doctor, and their interactions together are really good. There's this episode in Voyager where the Doctor is inside of Seven of Nine's body because there's like these holographic people who are getting persecuted, and he doesn't want to end up being persecuted as well for being a hologram. So they hide him inside of Seven of Nine, which causes him to take control of her body. She acts his character so well. I think she's a brilliant actress. David said we went to a Star Trek convention in Coralando. Is it spelled? Colorado. Okay, sorry, I'm in Australia. I've got to keep these things in mind that there are other locations that I need to learn how to pronounce. Back in the 90s, we got to meet Michael Dorn. No way. George Takei and Colm Meaney. Which character is Colm Meaney? He's not familiar. But I know George Takei and I know Michael Dorn because Michael Dorn is Worf. And he seems like such a nice person too, and it's really funny when you see the actor without all the makeup on. It's almost like he's unrecognizable. But that's so cool. Did you get signatures? I'm so curious. I have not really been to conventions. My sister and brother, I think only one of them, have been to conventions before. I'm not the most social person, and I'm not really awkward or anything. I'm perfectly fine in social situations, but they're draining for me, so they make me really, really tired. So I have tended to avoid conventions just because I know there'll be a lot of people and a lot of socializing, and I've gotten better, I will say. I've gotten better in recent years with unsolicited physical contact, but for a good chunk of my life, people touching me who I don't know or who I don't see coming has made me very uncomfortable. And even though it's not noticeable to them, it's an uncomfortable feeling for me. So when a crowded place like that exists, it's not really a place that I want to go to for that reason. I don't like that. Even people who I know, if they want to have a hug or something like that, I need to see it coming. If something just comes out of the blue, I don't like it. It's an uncomfortable feeling for me. And I did think it was weird, but I have since learned that there are a lot of people who are also like that. So I'm glad it's not just me, but I will say it's not noticeable. People don't realize that that's the case, and unless I tell them, because I don't react to it. So a lot of people are just trying to be nice, and I completely understand that. But I don't like when people I don't know are touching me. But yeah, I'm definitely better with it now than I used to be. You get used to things, you know? There we go.
We will achieve perfect justice.
Oh, he's O'Brien! Oh my goodness, I didn't know the actor's name. That is tragic. That's so cool! David said, we did get some autographs, but we lost them in the move from Colorado to Louisiana back in 2019. Oh, I'm sorry you lost them. But that's so cool! How was the O'Brien? What was his name? Colm. How was he? He seems so nice. He just seems like such a friendly person. I love his character.
It is a joy for me to find anything, even in such a surprising place. When we
He's
can
very,
face the
he's
world
very,
that joins
I don't know,
us,
sweet.
I hope you can too.
That is so cool. I'm not the kind of person who gets really, really, I don't know, excited might be the wrong word. Like, if I never meet a celebrity in my life, I'll be fine. You know, I'm not going out of my way to. But, I mean, the ones that you have met are pretty darn cool, and that makes me really excited.
Justice comes at a price, and you...
David said, yes, they were all nice to me. Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad. It's nice when you get that kind of confirmation, because when people are acting a role, you know, you don't know whether or not they're a nice person or not a nice person, because some actors are so good you can't really tell. But it's nice to hear when there's people who do seem like they're really nice people that they are. That's nice. And Michael Dorm, I've seen some interviews with him, and he's always really friendly in those. He's got a good sense of humor too.
Super flare. The multiverse needs protecting from the...
Do I need to go behind the pillar yet? I don't know. It didn't say it on the screen, so I'm guessing not.
Selfish you're being.
No, maybe not. Okay, fine. None of the pillars have been destroyed. Oh, YT King is here! Hello, YT! How are you? That is a lot of emotes. Or emojis. David said it also went to a Doctor Who convention in the 90s before they started the series back up. Got to meet Colin Baker and Sophie Aldred. That's so cool! I like Doctor Who quite a lot. I am more of a more recent Doctor Who person. I have seen the older ones. I think my mom and I watched them together, but I don't remember them very, very well. That being said, I remember Colin Baker, so that's fine. But I'm definitely a David Tennant fan. He's my favorite actor for Doctor Who so far. YT said I'm usually on YouTube. Good to catch you where I stream. Ah, that's awesome! He said I'm good. How are you? I'm well, thank you. I'm slightly hyper, I think. I don't know. I'm chatting really, really fast, which I think that's normal though, right? I normally chat this fast, I think. I don't know. I'm just really glad I got to sleep earlier today because I haven't been 100% well, but I'm feeling much better now, which is good. And we're getting through lots of raids, which is nice too. But my inventory is not quite full yet, so we can keep going. Also, it's kind of fun doing the raids in a small group too. Was that like a vomit sound? I'm not being selfish! Am I? I don't think so.
Needs protecting from
Ooh, someone got the iconic ability working because we have a giant... Is it a lobster or a crab? I don't know. Some kind of a crustacean being summoned. He still hasn't done... Am I miss... Oh, wait. Are the pillars later? I feel like the pillars are after we've knocked out all these guys. We do it after. I'm mixing up the two different sections of this boss, aren't I? That's a yes. David said Peter Davison is my favorite as one of you saw first when the episodes come out, so that one ends up being your... Hang on. As in, one you saw first when the new episodes came out, so that one ends up being your favorite. Peter Davison. Is he's the bald actor, I think? I don't remember. But, yeah, I'm still a David Tennant fan.
I really thought this disguise would have at least inspired some doubt.
Oh, his voice is
but
cool.
No. Stubborn to a fault.
He looks like a dog elf.
Telling me I've watched everyone, my son, be destroyed and remade over and over because you would rather lie and hide than join them and help?
It was worth it to find this. The blueprint that works. I must bring this into reality.
Go kick his ass. He'll be at the World Forge, at the steps of the Hall of Justice. I'll
Okie dokie, let's do it.
security as I can.
Woohoo!
Go!
This is... I've clearly mistaken which order these things go in. Oh, there we go. David said the Fifth Doctor, blonde hair. David Tennant married Peter Davison's daughter. Oh, no way! Cool.
Do not attempt to interfere.
Listen,
I think we will attempt to interfere.
The Monitor sent us to find you.
I know the Monitor's plan. Reunite us brothers against Perpetua. It will never work. This is why I must act. Your efforts will be remembered by few.
No, they won't! Our efforts will be remembered by everybody who's watching the stream. May not be very many people. But that's fine. Once it goes up on YouTube, that's where people will watch most likely. But I do think live streams are more likely to have people watching during them rather than after. Which is why I was a little bit like, I said some things while I was doing my last live stream, that brief one where I was explaining about the ally change. I didn't know if people would end up going back to watch that, because a live stream is very, very different from a video, you know? I've got to stop running into the whirlpool, but I'm just saying, I look kind of creepy now. I'm one of the allies that I don't enjoy. I mean, henchmen.
You're nothing more than prison.
David said, I believe his wife is the actress who played the Doctor's daughter. I don't know who David Tennant married. I haven't kept up. So you're probably right. Block time.
The consequences of your victory would be insurmountable.
Elevating threat.
Beware the Forge Hammer. Don't stand in front of him. I wasn't, so it's fine.
Routing power away from damaged components.
Oh, that voice.
See how this goes, and you will fail. That is
whoever did the voice is pretty good. I like it. The deep graveliness with like the I don't know what to call it. Bravado? I don't know. It just sounds good. He sounds great. Rex Manon said WWWWWDC? I don't know what that means. But David said be right back. No problem, David. You do you. There we go. I wonder if I've done this one with this character too. I need to have a look for investigations. I don't know what I've played on Xbox now. That really threw me off. I think maybe I've played most of them with my villain rather than my hero on here, because you can see my best friend is playing a villain at the moment. Big Pops, actually you can't see, the V disappeared. But he is, he's playing a villain, and I have a character that we normally play, you know, together with his villain and my villain. So I think I've done a lot more with that character than I have with this one. I just wanted to have a hero character for YouTube because the majority of people play hero characters, and when I created her and was starting YouTube, we didn't have the option to cross-faction our groups. So now that we do, that's pretty awesome! So it doesn't matter so much. I could play my villain. But I also really like my hero. And she's the leader of our awesome factionless league, you know? The pools of creation are kind of fun.
The sort of strength that could win, perhaps?
Perhaps. I will help. Then it would seem we are united.
We convinced him by kicking his butt? I don't... Yay! Okay, choose some loot. Hello, Monitor. It's weird seeing Monitor and Anti-Monitor standing together.
This family reunion is getting me all choked up. But isn't there someone you didn't invite?
Insolent disobedience.
Yes, Barbatos wasn't invited.
I apologize, Mother. Please, forgive me.
All is forgiven, child. Keep these meddlers.
Perpetua's voice is creepy.
Head and I push the earth into its final doom.
As you command.
Okay, is this the no uplink? I feel like this is no uplink. I'll try not to cast it. I've got to say, he kind of looks like a toy. I know, when I said that to Multiverse the first time, he was kind of upset with me because I think he thinks I'm belittling the artist, which I don't mean to be, if that's what I'm doing. I definitely don't mean to be. It just looks like an action figure, right? I mean, it's smart, because if they make him look like an action figure, they can sell action figures of him, which I think is clever. But, yeah, compared to some of the other villains and heroes in this game, and in DC in general, I think he just looks like an action figure toy. I mean, I'm still not wanting him to kick my butt, though, so, you know. I better stay in the blue, hadn't I? I'm clearly getting hit. There we go. Now my health is okay. I think the first time I saw him was in the anniversary event, too. Did I just activate uplink? I did not mean to. I did not know I pressed that. Maybe I did it out of habit. But my uplink device has a red coverage on it with a very small bar. I must have pressed it. Oh my goodness. I'm literally like, don't do uplinks! And then I literally did it myself. That's fantastic. It's probably not as crucial when we're doing the casual version, but, you know, still, I'd rather not do something stupid. Apparently, my fingers have other ideas about that. Yeah, I'm probably going to purchase the booster bundles on the US server, because I feel like I'll probably get the most use out of those chromas on there, just because we do like different styles and stuff on Multiverse's lives. And they could potentially become handy for that. On other servers where I don't do like big styling things where I keep changing everything over like that, I don't know how useful they'll be. But I kind of am hoping that if I get some, that I get a varied amount. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to afford, to be honest. I don't know how many. We'll have to wait and see how much they cost. But I will try to get a few so that I can showcase some. But I really do hope I get purple. The purple and the mastermind is what I would like to get. So purple tattered cloak, and then the mastermind chroma. I think the tattered cloaks are way cooler than the chromas. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that. Probably. But I did think they looked really, really awesome, and the chromas not so much, not so much. But I do think that for showcasing purposes, once you've seen one of those tattered cloaks, that's probably enough. But the chromas do have kind of some differences between them. Oh no, you're down! Oh no! I didn't pick you up. I'm so sorry. I tried to come over and pick you up, but I was too late. But the chromas, because there's some that have the white and the black with it, they look quite different from the ones that are mostly bright colors. So there's like the first two that have white and black with them, which is one is white, black, red, one is white, black, green. They look similar to each other, so I could probably just get one of those. And then the turbo one and the hopeful both have really, really bright mishmash of colors. They've got like gold and red, and what's the other one? Blue, yellow, red. So yeah, those ones are similar to each other because they're both very full of bright colors. And then the last one, which is the purple, green, gold, isn't very similar. It's quite dark by comparison. So I feel like I kind of need 3 of the chromas to be able to show them well. So that's 3 booster bundles. And then potentially a 4th one for a tattered cloak to show off one that isn't the black one that I have on now. So it's actually one of the ones from the booster bundles. That's 4. And that's only if I actually got those items, because it's a random drop, so who even knows?
Except that I have achieved what she asked from me.
But I am curious what people are going to want. I'm curious what you guys will want, if you are going to want to get the tattered cloak or if you want one of the chromas. I don't know. Misty said, I got the eyes. Oh, congratulations! Awesome! Hello, World Forger. He does look cool.
Power, I can still
I haven't done this before. Oh my goodness. I did everything on my villain on here, didn't I? That's a yes. I think there's only the one there. Oh no, there's one over here too. Okay.
To bring what the Omniverse considers justice.
I cut you off!
When we opposed Perpetua before,
I cut him off with his own voice, it's funny.
I was replaced by the Source Wall.
Sweet!
Do not think I have forgiven this slight.
Oh, I don't want to go to Doomed. I will just warp to the House of Legends. There we go. And then we will check inventory. We've probably got at least enough space for one more raid, I'd say. I hope. Oh, I got something in my eye. Oh. Don't do that, guys. Don't get stuff in your eyes. I mean, except for Misty, who can put the eyes in his eyes. That sounds so weird. There we go. Alright, let's have a look at inventory situation. Oh, hang on. Let's leave first. I just realized we need to leave the instance. Thank you. Then we will check inventory. If we've got enough space to run another one, we will. It's funny watching them all appear. Oh yeah, we've got enough space, at least for 2. We've got enough space at least for 2 more raids. So, let's queue up. And then I'll deal with my inventory later when my brain is more awake. Go sort through and see if I got some styles, which I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure some of the things that I collected were style items for me. Casual again. Where were we? Dark Knight 6th Dimension. Flash to the Future, I think, is where we are. Yes, and then please ready up. Just ready up for me. Ah, darn it. It's doing that thing again. Oh my goodness. It's so slow. Oh! We got it! Don't press anything. Okay, out of the menu. Ah, beautiful. Oh no! It undid it, darn it. I must have pressed it too many times. I try to, as soon as I see it say it's ready up, not press anything except the exit button for the menu, but apparently I pressed it too much. Okay. We should be good. Misty says he needs 30 seconds for the bathroom. He'll be right back. That is no problem. I'll still press OK on the instance, but just in case you're not back in time for it, we will requeue. Yeah, it was like during the live stream from the developers, Scott seemed really, really proud and excited about these chromas. Apparently it was really, really tricky for them to be able to get that black outline on there in this game. There's something about this game that makes it difficult, I think, the way that he was wording what he said. And Yeah, I don't know. I understand them being excited about getting something done in the game, but I think their excitement might be a little misplaced, or maybe my opinion on it is just misplaced. Maybe they're just not my favorite, and other people will really love them. I will say they did showcase it on a bunch of different styles and on both female and male characters, which I thought was really good of them, so that everyone could see what they were going to look like. But yeah, I don't know. The chromas are not my favorite. I really do. I think the tattered cloak looks really good, though. I know that I love purple, and I really, really want to do purple, but the orange one I think is going to be a favorite with people. It looks almost like fire. Like it's so so cool. The gold one looks like the glorious chroma. Or rather, I should say they called it yellow, I believe, but it looks gold to me. Misty said back. Oh, sorry. No, no, don't need to be sorry. You're all good. We'll go again. I had a feeling that was going to happen. So we'll re-queue up. I just thought, if you get back in time, great. If you don't, that's fine. Queue up. Alright, let's try the ready up part again. Come on, queue up for us. Oh, David also said that he's back. Hello, David. Nice to have you back. The queuing up section is the boringest part for you guys to watch right now. If I also did an inventory fix, I feel like you guys get really bored with that too. That's not a fun thing to watch, you know? Okay, let's see if we can get out of the menu. We can! Oh, thank goodness. There we go. Oh, I should have taken a picture earlier when everyone was here. I forgot. I didn't think of it. I usually think of it at the end. Or you guys think of it at the end and remind me. Because I like using a picture from the actual gameplay to be able to make my thumbnail.
Time to release you, Kid Flash. Everyone, step back.
Okay.
What a nightmare. Oh man, but reality's worse. Brainiac's trying to unlock the Speed Force with kidnapped speedsters.
I've still got comms on Flash.
There's some sort of barrier in the Speed Force blocking my arrival. But you've got this, kid.
Yay!
Probably using Jay Garrick to generate that barrier. We gotta free him and release Flash.
Sounds like a plan. David said, from the way they looked in Meta Knight's video, I would like to get the Flash, Supergirl, and Green Lantern chromas. See, I'm sure there are people who are going to use them. I think I'm the only one who is like, I'm not really going to touch those very much. But yeah, the green one was pretty good. The two first ones that they did were pretty good because they have white and black for the other swatches, so I feel like they can be utilized a little bit better. But I think that means you want 1, 2, and 4. So you would want to get the Fair Play, the Willful, and the not Hopeful. Turbo, I think, would be the ones you're after. I would be after the Mastermind one. Did she know, maybe in her video she didn't have the names of them yet. I only have the names because the developers mentioned them as they went through them. But, yeah, I think there will be people who will utilize them. I think it's just me who won't. You know, I'm not really a bright, colorful kind of person. I think that's funny. My personality apparently is bright and colorful, but my style is black, dark, and scary. I don't know. Blaze said, hi, girly. Hi.
Release that Flash.
David said she didn't call them that, but the styles they looked really good on were Future Flash, House of Al Jacket, and Skion, and the Carl Rayner style. Oh, awesome! Yeah, I suspect that maybe the developers had the names and they didn't necessarily give her the names, potentially. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm glad to know that some people will like them, right? Because even if they're not really my cup of tea, as long as it's working for the majority of the fan base, then that's a good thing. It's like when I got asked on Multiverse's channel yesterday, I think it was Johnny who asked me, which allies would I want to see added to the game? And I know so many people have been asking for Robin. I want it added to the game, even though I don't want it. I don't want it for me. I just want, I want there to be stuff that people want. And for the developers to put things in the game that people are actually asking for, or something they can get excited about. So, I would love to see if they put some of the allies in that people have been asking for. And Joker is one of the ones I would like to have, which I know other people have been asking for as well. So maybe that would be nice for them to put in. But I guess we'll see. I think it's interesting that they put Superboy in. And I don't know that anyone was asking for that. I understand why, like it is relevant to the Superman movie being out and the Brainiac episode they're using for this particular patrol, right? Because Superboy is in the first solo that we do for that. But I still think it's kind of a funny choice, right? Oh, I saw before, didn't I? Oh, Misty said there's a brief here. I definitely missed it, whatever it was. Yeah, thank you. I don't know where that was. That's alright. I'm not too fussed. If I did it on my villain and I got everything previously with her, I don't mind if I miss it on this one so much. Eventually I end up getting them all. The ones I really hate missing is when we specifically go into a load-in to get them and I forget. Or if we're running the initial missions and I miss one, I hate that too. Just in the normal storyline. I mean, you guys will have seen me not be really happy about it. On the bright side, as soon as the live drops, or maybe not as soon as, but within like a couple of days, I'll go back and get any that I think I've missed. Because I can't help it. I don't like leaving them behind. It feels incomplete, you know? Blaze said, honestly, Superboy sounds cool. I might get him. Well, you better start doing the missions soon because you need to get 20 days worth of the patrol done. Mind you, you can buy it out if you'd rather just pay. But yeah, if you want to get the missions completed, make sure you give yourself enough time. Because I believe it goes till the 24th. Was it 24th or 26th? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, make sure you get all your dailies in for it so that you can get the Superboy ally. He is kind of cool, not gonna lie. His his signature ability works quite nicely. I have him currently as my main on US, I think, as my main ally to bring out on my main character on the US server. But it was just to play around with. And he's quite useful. I quite like his damage output. He's pretty good. And it's a little sad because I really love Crypto and I feel like I'm probably going to replace Crypto now because Crypto is no longer cheap. He's now expensive to level, which is sad. He's cheap to purchase though. So, I don't know.
Enough.
We'll see how we go.
Collection. On to actual collection.
I think it's funny because we've got what are they called? Allies, henchmen, that we can get from the event tab collecting old ones. So you know how you can go back in and redeem things that are from the event tab on your other characters. At the moment, we can redeem the henchmen straight away. So you can be playing the game from the beginning and immediately have henchmen that are active because you don't need the generator for them. And that's the OAN tactical. Sorry, OAN not technical. OAN tactical. Oh my goodness, English and I are not friends. OAN tactical henchmen or backup. And you can get them right at the beginning of storyline, so you already have them with no generator active. Then, with this new ally, we can get Superboy. We can collect it straight away on our characters from the beginning as well. And then, I don't know what level you hit. I think it might be 20 when you can put the ally in place. And because the Superboy ally comes already leveled up to level 5, you can chuck him in and use him straight away with kind of longevity, like he's going to stay around for a while. So I think it's kind of interesting that they do a lot of things that cause us to have to play for longer or put money into the game potentially to be able to get the things that we need or level the things that we need or collect the currency that we need. And then they do things like that actually stops us from having to do some things, which is kind of funny, right? We don't have to try and get henchmen quickly, and we don't have to try and get allies quickly, because we have ones we can use temporarily very, very early on in the game. Next is uplink devices and pets, right? Let's hope they do that. Having an uplink device that does not require the generator for would be really handy for me, because I'd barely ever have to redo my generator then. But I guess we'll see how they go. I do know when they originally talked about having an interest in changing this sort of thing, they specifically said summonables. I don't know if we would count the uplink device as a summonable. It's more of a power, right? So I don't think that was included when they were talking about their interest in upgrading and changing those around. I think it was more henchmen, sidekicks, and allies. So we'll see how we go with those. Pets, I'm curious. I would love to see the pets get some kind of a change, or maybe some new ones put into the game, or maybe a way to upgrade them. I think that would be really fun.
Fail. Brainiac is supreme.
when they originally started talking about editing the summonables, I thought that potentially we were going to be able to adjust their style. So I could, maybe not the henchmen, but I was wondering if maybe the sidekick that we can get, we would be able to summon them and style them the same way we can style our characters and have someone, like, come and join us who looks like our character. I think, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Johnny. Someone suggested on Multiverses Live yesterday that we should have a summonable ally who comes down in an armory set that we have saved. So just randomly one of our armory sets. I thought that would be so fun. That does sound like a Johnny suggestion, honestly. But I would love to be able to style one of my allies or one of my henchmen or something so that I can get them looking, you know, kind of cool. Or like a clone of my own character, because I think that would be fun. But it honestly doesn't seem like that's something that's on the agenda. That's just me going off on random tangents of imagination, which I do rather frequently. And apparently so does Johnny. So it's nice to have someone who does the same thing. Wow. I am a little, I mean, with Multiverses information, it does kind of change my opinion a little bit, but I was very, very surprised to see that the Superboy ally was leveled to 5, and that it is leveled to 5 for every single character you collect him on. I originally, like, my first initial reaction was I thought it was a glitch, because it didn't seem like something these developers would specifically do. But after Multiverse pointed out that we had lost the ally favor, and I can't remember what the other reward was that we were getting. Oh, it was more Mogo berries, right? We used to get 40, now we're getting 20. So the loss of those, I think, is what made me think it's probably not a glitch. They've clearly, in my opinion, and I think in Multis too, they have removed the ally favor and the extra Mogo berries and added a level up on the ally that they provide to us. I don't like that. I would rather have my ally favor. I would rather level a character that, an ally that I actually choose. It has worked out for me this time because Superboy is one that I would likely level on a good chunk of my characters because I have tanks. He's handy for tanks. I will probably use him on some. But for other people, it's not going to be useful. And for other allies, for me, it won't be useful. So I don't really like that choice. I wish we just got our ally favor, to be honest. But I will say for people who are starting their characters off or getting getting Superboy early on their characters and having him already leveled to level 5, you're saving a lot of ally favor in that way. Because the ally favor we used to collect was one-time collection. We didn't collect it on every character. But because it's now in the ally, and all of our allies on every character are up to level 5, we technically can get more ally favor. Because it depends on how many characters you have, but you could end up with way more just because it's already put into the character. I hope that made sense. I was rambly there. David said the Xbox avatars are hard to see, but my Xbox account avatar is basically Shazam. Oh, that's cool! Awesome! Alright, grab my loot, doesn't really matter which. There was a brief, right? A briefing? I don't know where it was. I probably just missed it. Do I care? I don't know that I care that much. Oh, it was probably that. I have it. Beautiful. Okay, we're good. Sorry, guys. I was just checking for it. I'm all good. So yeah, I still wonder if maybe it's a mistake, right? Maybe they actually meant for the first character we we retrieve or redeem the Superboy ally on is supposed to have it leveled to 5 and the others aren't. But it does kind of end up being a benefit if you have a lot of characters, which I do. So, that's alright. Oh wait, check the inventory before I do one more. I think we have enough space for me to do one more. Let's have a look. Ooh, it's tight. Oh, apparently I got an aura. A right-hand aura of digitized purple. Lovely. We'll do one more, but then we'll stop there because my inventory is getting just a little bit too full. You know? Alright, let's go on duty and do one more. And hope it doesn't lag too much. I don't think we should be too hopeful. It doesn't seem like it wants to cooperate much. Flash-tastic voyage. Let's go. Come on, ready up for me. You know you want to. Yay! Okay, beautiful. So this will be the last one we do, guys, because then my inventory needs some work. Beautiful. I feel like I'm gonna yawn. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll have a drink of water. Sometimes that has helped me not to yawn as much. My bottle is making weird noises. Oh, that's better. I promise it was the bottle. I didn't make that weird noise myself. Alright, let's go. Hello, Kid Flash.
Grandpa! I mean, Flash! So crashed to see you and your friends.
Instantly, this doesn't look 1,000.
Kind of like the voice actor that did that. That was cute.
What happened to everyone else? I still see comms active, but visuals don't match. Hang on, I'm running diagnostics.
The Earth belongs
Hey, kid.
to us.
We're not really here for you.
That is, we suspect this place will help us fix the Flashpoint paradox.
But you've arrived just in time. Gorilla Grodd's attacking the city again. Come on.
Human.
Yeah, okay. Lead on.
I guess I'll keep working on this connection issue.
Yes! Best day ever.
Man, that was a lot of chat. That was really long. I was quiet the whole time, though. Did you see that? That was pretty good. That's pretty good. David said, I want to do base patterned off of the Legion of Superheroes, but I'm not sure which headquarters... Pardon me. I'm not sure which headquarters would be a good one to start with. Probably going to use the Brainiac because it's a bigger one. That's true. The Brainiac one is a good one to choose. I will be so curious to see what you do. Will I be able to tour it? I'd like to tour it if and when it's done. I do have some people on the Xbox who are already ready to have their base toured, but I'm still on the PlayStation at the moment, so I will be coming back to the Xbox, of course. But yeah, I have a few to get through on PlayStation. It kind of just works out whatever I'm recording on for that period of time is where I also do base tours. So at the moment, I've got some stuff I need to record on PlayStation. Apparently, I'm currently a monkey gorilla. I wish I looked a little more purple.
Oh no, look, it's Gorilla.
Yeah, I think the Brainiac one is a good choice.
Together?
Having that extra back room will be probably handy.
I'll help out, but kid, it's just Gorilla Grodd.
Witness my incredible and unassailable power as I annihilate Central City.
Okay then.
Today, Grodd.
I think they've messed that up, right? I don't think it's supposed to be that blue beam comes out from the side. I think it's supposed to come out from the middle of the vessel, but it doesn't. It comes out from the side for some reason. It just looks a little awkward, like something slipped slightly. Oh, awesome! David said, yes, if I ever finish it, we'll be on the PC and I'll put it on your list to visit. Yay! Thank you! That would be great! Oh, I forgot. Of course you're on PC. The thing, we had a whole conversation about how you have an Xbox account but don't play on the Xbox currently, and here I am like, if it's on Xbox, I'll get to it. But no, it's on PlayStation, that's fine. I think you're on US server, so that's easy. Because I remember you're often in your Andromedax character, so that would be awesome. I love seeing people's bases. I also love seeing people's league calls. I need to ask Superman about his league call. Just remembered. Oh my goodness, I've got too many things to remember. I wonder how... I know we've got this event running. But I'm curious when the next event is going to drop, whether it's going to drop while this one is running or if it's going to go across. Actually, and the newest episode too. What month are we in? We're in August. We'll probably have another month at least before we get the next episode. So, not expecting that anytime soon. I am... I don't know how to feel about... I'm, like, excited and also nervous about the new episode coming out. I know that there's quite a bit of time before it does, but I'm, like... if they follow the exact same storyline again, like we have to go and rescue someone from inside of a cage who gives us more information, or cave, sorry, not cage, inside of a cave, and then we follow a sister to rescue another sister, and then that sister at the end ends up transforming from one lantern to another. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. So I don't know. I don't know how exactly that would work, because obviously Esperanza is no longer with us. But I mean, if she came back somehow, which could potentially happen, that would be how.
We were all pow, 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 and I was all not today, Rod. You caught when I said that, right?
Come on, kid. We're wasting time.
Yeah, stop wasting time, kid. Oh, we should knock out the enemies on our way past, or are we jumping over? We're jumping over. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet.
We hate the sight of you.
Hello, Weather Wizard. Oh, he's looking much better in this outfit than the one we see him in Metropolis. David said, and I think actually do a 2 or 3 part one spread across the male and female heroes, so I can show off both male and female Legion members in the armories. Oh, yes, please. That would be so cool. I love that plan. Oh, he's moved over here. Okay, let's get Killer Frost. Sorry, I was looking at the chat while I was still attacking, and I don't need to still be attacking Weather Wizard. He should be moving. Yeah, there we go. He's over here now. Blaze said that pledge to Grey Lantern Corps was fire. Absolute gas from Lucia. She was spitting. I mean, I have mixed feelings, because personally, I very much dislike Lucia as a character. Because of what she was to start with, which I understand was kind of the point. She was supposed to be kind of a, psychopathic murderer. And that's, what usually is the case when they become a Compassion Lantern. But the fact that she became a Compassion Lantern means that she didn't have remorse until the ring was placed on her, where compassion was then kind of forced on her. Then her remorse kicks in, then she has feelings about it and has regret. But now that she is a Sorrow Lantern and she no longer is a Compassion Lantern, my concern is, does that mean that means she no longer feels bad about the things she has done? Because she's now, I understand she's feeling sorrow for the situation she's in and what has happened to her, and she's consumed with sadness. But does she feel bad about what she did still? Or was that only because of the Indigo Lantern tribe? Like, I don't like her. And I don't like that she... It almost seems like a reward, right? Not that her sister has passed, but that when that happened to her, she's allowed to feel her feelings, and she's allowed to have them acknowledged, and she's allowed to then become a Sorrow Lantern because of it. Even though she caused the same sort of pain to a whole bunch of other people who don't get that. They don't get to be consumed by their sadness. They don't get to become a lantern because of it. They just had to deal with the fact that Lucia came and did that to their families. And so it makes me not... I think we need to go and get more enemies. Makes me not really like her. It's hard because I want to enjoy these episodes, but the fact that we're following this particular character makes it really, really difficult for me to enjoy. I don't know. I really like Esperanza. I think Esperanza is really nice. And if Lucia had stayed a Compassion Lantern, at least I would kind of understand that. And, I understand that... Hang on, it's got the X here now. Why is the X here? It's passing? Oh, I think the shield's down. Shield's down, Parps. Just wait till he catches back up. Oh, or not. He's talking, right? Oh, there we go.
Stand. We know how to take them down for good, right?
Kid, maybe you should sit this one out.
But I can help.
Ugh, just try not to get hurt. Rogues meet and greet. Should we take
When a
them one
fool
at a time,
like Kid
or all
Flash
together?
goes up against the rogues, it's obvious who comes out on top.
That must be the top saying that. That's kind of funny. Yeah, so... I really would like to like Lucia, but I find it difficult to. And the fact that she's no longer an Indigo Lantern, and we didn't really see her pay any... She didn't really get any comeuppance for what she'd done, right? Because the idea with the Indigo Lanterns is that they spend their lifetime repaying the debt of what they have taken. Well, she didn't do that. We have like an entire blog series of information about what happened between the last episode and this one, and none of that shows that she was doing something specifically to make amends. She had training, she left, and Esperanza left. She tried to find Esperanza, found out where she was, went to Esperanza for help, and then the episode starts where we are. So I don't know. I find it hard to like her. I will agree, though, with what Blaze said. The way that she said the pledge was really well done. I think that the actress did a great job of emoting in that. It seemed very realistic to me. She did a really good job. And it's not her fault that I don't like the character, you know? David said, I'm afraid that I wouldn't mind seeing Lucia get killed by a Black Lantern versions of all the people she killed. Mwahaha. I also wouldn't mind seeing that. See, that's not a good thing, right? It makes her seem like a villain because we want her to get comeuppance rather than a hero. I don't know. I do wish, though, at the end of that particular episode, that rather than getting what we did for the artifact, that we ended up getting a Grey Lantern ring. Sorry, a Blue Lantern ring, because she literally has her Blue Lantern ring get removed. How cool would it be if the end of that scene is that it goes onto our character, and then we suddenly have a Blue Lantern artifact? That would have made me so happy. That would have been so clever. But yeah, I don't think it's a good thing that I wouldn't mind seeing Lucia get her comeuppance. Because that's how I feel about villains, right? I enjoy watching the villains. I think they're fascinating. They're interesting. It's fun. But I don't want the Joker to win. I want him to end up getting his comeuppance because he's evil. Well, that's kind of how I feel about Lucia, is she's done evil things. She should be getting comeuppance for those things, but she doesn't. I don't know. maybe I don't think it's just me, but I do think I might be the minority with my opinion there.
No, I did it. And I'm sick of you slowing me down.
You don't mean that, do you?
Kid Flash's vitals are crashing. What's going on?
I'm doing what I should have done from the start. Joining the rogues against you.
Kid Flash, listen to me. That's not the real Flash. He's just a nightmare. You have to fight back.
But I love my grandpa.
Oh no!
And he loves
That's a little bit adorable, right? But I love my grandpa. Oh, he's so cute. Kid Flash is cute.
But no, I am so proud of you. And I know you can beat this illusion.
Yeah, he's gonna have help. He'll be able to beat the illusion. It'll be no problem.
No, kid. We're right here with you.
Get off my stage!
David said, and then Esperanza can come back from the dead as a White Lantern, rescue Lucia from the Black Lanterns, but she can stay dead. Yeah, so she just picks her up from the situation, but she's already down. She's already down. I do think they'll bring back Esperanza in some way. Right? Because that's what they did with Voivode, is they brought her back for that little cutscene, even though it's not really her, and it's supposed to be like an embodiment of the fear that Lucia experiences based off of what she's done. I still think that there's potential there for them to do a little bit of that with Esperanza. I kind of hope they do. I like Esperanza. I would like her to come back. She's a nice character. She's good. I do wish she wouldn't say, you know, the Blue Lantern stuff quite as frequently, but that's to be expected when she's a Blue Lantern. There we go. I do think it would be a little bit too morbid for them to actually do that, though. It does seem like they have, because of the way they spoke about it when they did the, not this live stream recently, but the previous one, they talked about it a little bit, and it does seem like they have an entire story arc specifically for Lucia, and she's the character we're definitely following. So considering that this is a 4-episode, oh, I don't even know what they're calling it now, 4-chapter long story arc, I do think that that means she's going to be alive all the way through, and I'm kind of hoping she doesn't stay a Sorrow Lantern, which sucks because I don't want the storyline to be the same. She always changes from one lantern to another every episode, but I feel like a Sorrow Lantern storyline is going to be sad.
Why keep me prisoner in a nightmare?
To prevent your escape attempts, but I have contingencies.
I really thought you hated me, Grandpa.
He could never hate you. He loves you. You're so cute.
Of course I love you.
What a cute little kid. I want to ruffle his hair and say good boy.
We'll see you on the other side. We're not through the worst of it yet.
Beautiful.
Thank you for believing in me.
Our characters look so good. That was great, guys. Let's head back to the House of Legends. And, oh, get a picture for thumbnail. I so should have done it earlier when everyone was here. It's not the same as when I do a video, I can pull any scene that I want out of it to be able to make my thumbnail. But when we're live, I can't do that. I have to take the picture in the game. So let's turn off my UI so that I can get a good picture, and then we can get a nice thumbnail with everyone who's currently here. Robin Hood said, hello, it's me, Barbara Gordon. Oh, this is my name on Twitch. Awesome. Hello, and thank you for being here, even though we're close to the end, though. But it is lovely to see you. We just gotta wait. We need Aquaman to appear so that I'm able to get a nice thumb. That sounds bad. Thumbnail. There he is. Beautiful. Can you get a bit closer? Just a bit closer. I'll get at least this shot. It'll be funny if I use this and then I've got Aquaman standing like right off to the side. Oh, no, beautiful. That's much better. Thank you. Excellent. I have a shot, so I can use it for the thumbnail. So later when you see this go up on YouTube, these guys will be in the thumbnail because they simply must. I'll get a second one just to make sure. I like to make sure I get a couple in case, you know, see how Big Pops and Misty both have those pieces that are floating around them? Sometimes they'll block right on the face. So I don't want to have that as the picture. There we go. Excellent. Okay, I'll turn my UI back on and then we'll say goodbye. That was wonderful. I wonder what my inventory looks like now. It's probably bad. Let's have a look. It's got to be chockers, right? Oh, yeah. We've gone right into my armor sets over here. Getting very messy. So, thank you so much, everyone. I had a really fun time with you guys, as I always do. Thank you so much for everyone who joined me in-game to play. That was lovely. And everyone who joined us during the stream. And I will also say thank you to everyone on YouTube who watches this later. I appreciate you guys so much. And I have so much fun with you. So, thank you so much, guys. I look forward to the next one. There will be a post coming out in the next couple of days to let you know when it is, and probably a poll to find out what you guys want to do. So this is my not favorite part, but we're gonna go. So I will say to everybody, have a good one, guys.